KGB, come on, Easy Paradise Open Mic Monday. Who's ready? Who's ready? Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, we're hands-free this week. Welcome to March. We're done with February. We're going with the people. Marcella Vincenzo is here. Mo David, Javier Ruiz are here. What's up? My people, Allison, thank you, thank you. I'm going back. Hey, how are you? Just, hey, I'll be right back. You can kill the music. Kill the music. Kill the music. All right, thank you. All right, it's Easy Paradise. Have you been reading your packets? Have you been obeying the keto diet? Have you been doing your green juice fasting and your meditation? Everybody, are you on the poetry regimen? The Easy Paradise program will teach you how to be centered so you can write your best diary poetics, okay? And that's what we're here tonight. We're here to get you activated as artists. We're here to get you believing in yourselves. So come on, we're here to activate the pineal gland, to activate our bodies, to connect with our imaginations, to connect with spirit, to be channeling like Marianne Williamson. That's right, we're running for president. We're taking back this planet. And it starts here and it starts hand-free. That's right. Are you reading The Art of War? Are you reading The War of Art? Did you read Mastery by Robert Greene? Did you read the Timothy Ferriss 4-Hour Work Week? Okay? This is the program. This is why we're here tonight. Lock the doors. Lock the doors. Put on the Tony Robbins. No, I'm just kidding. There's no ShamWow. We're not selling any. We're not selling Billy whatever Banks or whatever that guy's name is. We're just free, baby! And we're amplified the whole time. So I'll be critiquing everyone's performances as they occur. So get ready for the play-by-play. And this microphone works too, everybody. This is for, I got the Britney mic though. So I can do some choreography and shit now.
With you or with him? I don't know.
You know, so look for the pyro. This is the Super Bowl halftime show of Easy Paradise Open Mic. Come on! All right. Yeah, Philip Glass in the house. We got Cormac McCarthy. We got Nobel Prize winner Wisław Szymborska here. Yes. Umberto Eco. Salman Rushdie is on his way. He's going to be performing some of his performance art and some of his acoustic original songs. I'd like to say thank you to Kuzu Daddy for the headset microphone. I'd like to say thank you to Greta for allowing me to live with her last week. It's here for Greta, the valued housewife, for allowing me to sleep on her floor in the bedroom.
I gave you a couch. But
there was a couch.
there were 2 couches on the floor.
There was a tattoo couch that was like Byronic and kind of Don Juan. I loved it.
That's a great couch.
It was lavish. Exactly, you know. Exactly. He just moved. Peter, everybody, he just moved in. He's a poet. It's his first open mic. So we got some great entertainment. 2-drink minimum for everybody. God, we have so many great entertainers and packed names. It's gonna be a great show. Stay the whole time. It's the Easy Paradise Endurance Challenge. We go late. But I'm gonna read a little piece to start us off. This is from my ongoing Cosmopolitan Micro Diaries. I've got some zines. If anybody wants any, see me after the seminar. And do your meditation, do your keto diet, and your Atkins, and no gluten, no dairy, no caffeine, no
sex.
Hey, lots of sex. Oh my God, the headset microphone. Is it dead? Kuzu Daddy, what happened to the headset microphone?
I don't know.
Kuzu Daddy, I need you on this board.
Okay.
What's going on? Oh,
he's here.
it was fun while it lasted, though, wasn't everybody? It was awesome. We love the headset microphone. Okay, so I watched Red Dawn today. If you stay till the end, you'll get to hear my Red Dawn poem. This is my recap. This is called Drexel's Class. Thank you, Drexel's Class. No! No! The headset microphone's acting up. I'll fix it. Drexel's class, spare cash, spare cash, spare cash. Salt Bernini, Uptown Hotel, blood supplies, physical day. It's a noise poem. It's a noise poem. Just enjoy that. Enjoy that static. Salt Bernini, blood supplies, physical day. I'm aware of that. Yes, I'm aware of that. She likes to lose, but not guitar-y. Solo no mange, across the street, drinking Sambuco, Marble Hornets, paranormal activity at all times. Her dad was Ben Folds. His twin sister went to Bennington with me. It's a really small world. Today's short story day. Today is short story day. P. Adam Sidney, pounding for loco. Pounding for locos. Millennial pastels, you are the second result. GMOs in the literature. GMO MFA. GMO MFA. Cardi B offset meal at McDonald's. Waist deep in the big muddy. Coda to Layla. Bring something to read. Touch our show. Touch our show. Daisy Wordhall. I think I'm getting sick. Sleeping on the couch in my own house. It was bound to catch up with you. Air mattress crashing in Kuzu Daddy's living room. Jet skis, boathouse or houseboat. Jacuzzi on top. Lighting Tales from the Dark Side. Removing a proctological camera from David Johansen's throat at reverse speed. Cooking focaccia, sausage and peppers. Sharing a joint. That was only a night before a train to Poughkeepsie. Lonesome residency. Most of the city takes place underground. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of it. 2 minutes to queue, need a shower and lay in bed. Inflatable till the show tomorrow and the workshop Tuesday. Moving house shredded my thighs. Speeds things along, laid out casually. Who can fall asleep the fastest, departing the gates of Manhattan. Betting against time impacts the game. Dark Pete side boob hands you a magpie's nest. The agreed upon verbatim wants an apology. Tell her to write me an email. Cathedral Parkway to Avenue M. Divorced dad moving to the other side of the park. Saturday is zombie day. A solution that's temporary. Moving my stuff into the basement by the green sea and the factory. Who's ready to have a great time tonight? Monday, it's the best day of the week. We're going to get things started. We're going to have some poetry with this. I think it's his first time up, so let's give him a big warm welcome. Can we have a big round of applause for Frank Craven, everybody? Frank Craven!
Here's my poster with poetry, Spanish, English on the back if you want. The war in Ukraine is really insane. Conquistador Spain, Roman army pain. Ongoing bloody crisis, Al-Qaeda, Taliban, ISIS. I push you, you push me. Together we kill. 1, 2, 3. Dead, dead, dead. Chop off the head. The same sick song. Lynch the Viet Cong. It's a crazy nightmare. Salute the sadist cheer. Vicious cruelty rules over uniformed fools. For Uncle Sam's spam to salute the man. A wife-beating drunkard. The kids are afraid, all hunkered. A murdering rapist's orgasm. Chewing on fear's ectoplasm. The evil ghost empire feeding the devil's hellfire. An outrageous criminal in the Pentagon's terminal. Computerized drone clone drops the body count as huge crops to depopulate the planet and make folks scream, God damn it! Sign on to the paranoia. Watch the news to annoy ya. It's just fun to steal gold and sanity. Be a bum that deals drugs for vanity. And manufacture more to make sure we have perpetual war. Guns, bullets, bombs, and missiles light up the sky with whistles. Let's have mass shootings every day. In churches and schools, child's play. Biden's Trumpery fraud, Obama bushwhack, coke, crack, smack, and the Farmafia vax attack. Psychotropic drugs to dummy down your thinking. Poison, chlorine, and fluoride in your drinking. Sucralose, corn syrup, and aspartame will help we the people to become insane. Chemtrails and GMO food muck gardens and lawns with herbicide Roundup. Cancer is the answer to kill off the dandelion. No early spring flowers should good folks be buying. We want money, honey, to murder the Russians and get rid of the Afghanis with their satin cushions. Somali pirates and Palestine can be erased. We need to be vicious and claim our master race. It's a heartless cyborg robot. AI's RoboCop, rogue hotshot, that seized control of our USA, raping Lady Liberty today. War is over, said John and Yoko. Makes a lot of sense. It's not loco. Jesus, Buddha, and Lao Tse also commanded peace as the way. Respect me, I'll respect you, is the clear-cut golden rule. We don't need to scream, shout, and fight. Smart folks know what's wrong versus right. It's a universal truth across space and time. We can work things out. Things will be just fine. Being stupid or being smart, knucklehead or open heart. We know the deal and how to feel. Stop phony baloney, let's get real. JFK and Jimmy Carter had diplomacy, helped the farmer. But Clinton's foundation stole the kids from Haiti, destroyed Libya nation, fundraiser gravy. Sexual slave trade on the rise, Kissinger made in disguise. Now Bill Gates can claim the crown. What he hates must die and drown. Sterilize Africa, paralyze India, blood clot America. But first, buy into ya. A new virus found every day. To Microsoft, we pay. It's a scam, a ruse, a hoax, and a dark hex that strangles our youth, their ID, and sex into a transgendered cell phone addict, tattooed and mind-controlled across the planet. A world reset of slaves marching for Mr. Schwab, not naked braves, but hail the big blob. It's a new world order, regardless of border. Macho Man Star Wars Flash will make those UFOs crash. The Draco Gray's Stargate control. Ignore the dolphin prayer air hole. And Nikola Tesla's free energy is some screw-loose conspiracy. Now shut up, dog, but go bark on cue. Those high on the hog will tell you what to do. Just wave the flag and buy more bombs. Don't be a drag saying war's wrong. The whole thing makes us wail as mourners. In Russia, Ukraine means a corner. It was always part of the biggest state of mansion. Putin's defending against NATO expansion. Hostile missiles pointed at Moscow. There's no friendly neighbor. The bear must bow. He's not erasing culture, as China did to Tibet. He's not a vicious vulture that will die with regret. Perhaps the ex-KGB madman wants to be czar, and he has thrust the whole world on fire to reconquer the glorious USSR for his claim to an empire. Invade Poland to Portugal can also be tossed into the bloodthirsty flames of hell as the poisoning agent drafts young men to the cross. But the victories are all a dark spell. The vicious claim for global controls is an old game of penalty goals that switches the sides and color wins while mother spins around and grins at egomaniacs in their sins, observing her children kill one another, since Cain and Abel wins the selfish brother. China's economic plot, the cyber hackers, is in a red hand that's caught the dragon crackers for fool's gold, pirate bounty, hidden treasures beyond counting. Old Biden's lost his mind and tact quite long ago by pushing attack Iraq in a terrorist glow. He also signed on PNAC that brought the Twin Towers down as a Pentagon puppet hack and hence a monster clown. Now past 80 and quite forgetful, he's no lady that's quite respectful. A mean-spirited sellout to the empire of Coca-Cola. That's always a bankster bailout to the mega money mucha moolah. A corporate clone drone robot. Hey Megan, move over. The smiles at the refugee rot for toxic waste, not clover. Every single cluster bomb is a sin and blasphemy against every dad mom that suffers catastrophe. Mother Nature garden is damaged by greedy arms contractors who are heartless, mean, cruel, savage to tree-hugging benefactors. 350 army bases are unbuckled hubris, bootstrap laces. Thus Israel and NATO's goons keep the drug arms shrinking. For speed pills, cocaine spoons, and the soldiers busy tanking. So the bigger the dead pile, the better is the deal. That makes the devil howl and smile and makes the matrix real. Mega Moolah, honey, with a fierce SWAT team that's ruthless. It's so much fun and funny. Now Zen Master, who's ruthless. Anyway, it goes on and on, but basically, peace. We want peace in the world, right? Thank you.
Frank Craven, everybody. Fantastic. Bringing you the news that stays news. Thank you for reading that. Thank you for coming out. That was amazing. All right. Sorry, we're having all kind of. We're trying new things here tonight with the tech, so bear with us. We've got some exciting stuff. Can we get Los Romanceros Day Queens to come out to play some music for us? You guys are amazing.
We're tiny. We are 5'5". Yeah. Well, okay. Good night, people. Good night. Yeah. I just want to say thanks. You know, to the MC. This is better than Jimmy Fallon. Box, no? And don't forget the pizza, $1. Yeah, that's a classic. So we are Mexicans, but we are from Queens, technically. So we are going to perform bolero. So just chill out and enjoy. This for you.
So everything's gonna cut out.
Secretos de amor. Ya me dijo que estoy en la gloria de tu intimidad. No hace falta decir que me quieres, no me vuelvas loco con esa verdad. No, no lo digas, no me hagas que llore. Los ojos nos van a mirar. La alegría de todas mis horas prefiero pasarlas
little bit about us. We work playing at restaurants. Most of them are located in Queens. All of them are from Uruguay, Argentina, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador. Everything less Mexican. That's weird, no? That's a paradox in life. We're Mexicans, but we don't play Mexican restaurants. Those songs are talk about love. You know, this one it talks about you are my love. So it can happen many things in life, but you always remain as my main. You know. So we're going to perform. I guess there are two songs, right? Yeah. Okay. So.
Nuestras almas se acercan tanto a la que yo guardo tu sabor, pero tú llevas también sabor a mí. Si negaras mi presencia en tu vivir, bastaría con abrazarte y conversar. Tanta vida yo te di que por fuerza llevas ya sabor a mí. No pretendo ser tu dueño, no soy nada, yo no tengo vanidad de mi vida. Hoy no vuelo, soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tenga amor la eternidad, pero allá tal como aquí en la boca llevarás sabor a mí. Pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tenga amor la eternidad, pero allá tal como aquí en la boca llevará sabor a mí.
Los Romanceros of Queens, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out. Check them out on Instagram. Sounded great.
I forgot the banner, but the Instagram, he will upload on the story.
That's right. Check them out. They will be tagged on the Easy Paradise Instagram. So you can find them on the Easy Paradise Instagram. You can also sign up for next week on the Easy Paradise Instagram as well. All right, we're going to keep it rolling. We've got so many great people to read. Can I get the Valiant Housewife to come up and read some amazing poetry for us? Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the Valiant Housewife, Greta.
Hey everybody, I'm actually reading tonight instead of either singing or taking my clothes off. If you were here, you'd know. Alright. Let me get staged. This is an untitled poem. I'm a fucked up sinner in the eyes of something wearing an Angora sweater. Sick, trick, slick, cruel duel. The last time I feel your fingers in my hair, you are holding my severed head, and the crowd goes wild! How else do you want to dance? We did the foxtrot. The dance I know best is done flat on the stomach, face down in the carpet, the vacuum cleaner on, and the tea kettle whistling. The dance I know best involves an ATM and a blowtorch. Insoluble night, Michelangelo's chisel, and my prescription. In the flux of stars and black air, I'm riding in a Lamborghini. Woo. Or a chariot pulled by 6 stand-up comedians. Thinking about the bridled chameleons drooling. Prophecy of an unhinged text message. Your ex sent you a picture of a gold minivan. Reminds me of you. There is no context. Thank you, everybody.
Greta, the Valiant Housewife, everybody. Check her out on it. She also designed the flyer this week.
Oh, that's true.
Which, let's have a round of applause for that, because that was the most popular social media post that Easy Paradise has ever had. It shattered all records for likes, but we're living in a post-like era, so it doesn't matter. Validation doesn't matter. But it was the most popular. So check it out, it's a great flyer. One more time for Valiant Housewife, everybody. Could I get Tatiana to read?
Yeah.
Let's have a big round of applause for Tatiana. Great poet. You can find her on Instagram, Miss Muradov. She's got a poetry insta. It's amazing. Check it out. Big round of applause for Tatiana, everybody.
Ooh, the leather jacket. Alright, so last time I was here, I thought I looked really fucking cute. And then Matt posted the video on Instagram, and I looked like I weighed 600 pounds because of how loose fitting the clothes were. And I was like, I gotta look good, okay? I gotta look good. So, alright, I'm gonna do a few. They're all like a little bit fucked up, so I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to bring the mood down, but like, I've just been dealing with a lot of fuckboy energy. This is just, it's pouring out of me. Okay.
Bring it down.
This is called Hard Arms to Swallow. I still have blood on my sheets from when you tried to fuck the anger out. I tried to bleach them, but it created an orange rim around where the stain was. Thick and permanent, stretching to one side, growing. Soon my bed will be all memory. In the morning, you wouldn't hold me, and I stared at you counting the minutes. Ungrateful, I thought, of the twists and turns laying next to him. Then that mouth-watering arm of yours reached over, and you just let it lay there above my head, open as if to say, sure, if you want. And I jumped at it, lickety-split, as if to say, give me 10 more arms, I'll find 10 more heads to put on them. It's funny, pillows don't do it for me anymore. I keep searching for arms under my covers and pulling out hard pills to swallow, pulling out things that resemble arms but are actually missiles, digging for the soft caress of feather and pulling out yard snakes. Pulling out photos of your ex, laughing, and you by her side, laughing, wearing the shirt I bought you last week. I guess that's how it works. If I give everything, I lose everything. Bartender asks me where my man is. I tell him, every man is my man if I stare at them long enough. The trouble is, I don't know when to stop. I could switch it up, or should I keep going with fuckboy stuff?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Let it out. So I turned 35 in February.
Yeah.
And this poem is called He Was 25. It's not really a poem, it's like a rant. Okay. After not speaking to me for months, he texts me a meme, which has zero relevance to me, but it was his Halloween costume, and I'm supposed to be impressed that he thought of himself this morning, and I'm too tired to stroke his ego today, and the flashbacks of us fucking are ingrained in my brain, me climbing off of him, asking him to get on top, him saying, "I don't come that way, turn around," and then fucking me so hard that it hurts. I ask him to slow down, but he says, "I'm not that big," as if that's the only reason it could hurt. As if the fact that he's hate fucking me isn't reason enough. And I wonder how a person can take all of their anger for one woman out on another. And in the morning, I try to hold him, to let him know I'm not her, I wouldn't hurt him that way. But he calls me a dummy and leaves. And as much as I should hate him, I empathize into oblivion. I feel all of his insecurities and pain, and I want to inhale them. Why can I only fuel on the darkest people? Why can't I recharge on smiles and emotional stability? My Friday night date asked me to name 3 things I'm good at. And I don't know how to tell him I'm good at taking others' pain. I'm good at ripping out the best parts of myself and giving them away. So I tell him charity. I'm good at feeding the less emotionally fortunate. The Mother Teresa of toxic men. If forgiveness is the final form of love, I've got a dozen soulmates. Thank you.
Yeah!
Give it up for Tatiana, everybody. That was amazing. Truth, thank you for being honest about that. And real talk about fuckboy culture. It needs to be exposed. That's what we're here for. All right, we're gonna keep it going. Can we get some music? Let's get. Can we get Lily Detai to come up and play some tunes for us, everybody? We're rocking here on Monday. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Once again, it's a 5-minute time limit per performer, 2 drink minimum.
Yeah.
Hi. What's up? My name's Lily. I have one for you tonight. It's my first time here. We moved from Iowa a couple weeks ago. Thank you. We love being in New York. There are a lot of things that are legal here that were not legal in Iowa. This is one of those things. It's about that. A couple years ago, I gotta tell you something along too. A couple years ago, I was in college and I was touring a lot, and so I went and I lived with my parents, and I had to like watch all of my friends live it up in college, and so I got really lonely. And one night, when I was at my parents' house, there was this like gang of middle schoolers on scooters that kind of were riding by my folks' house, and I had to listen to them, just like having the best time, smoking one of these things that is very illegal in Iowa. And I felt so lonely, and I felt so like, how creepy would it be if I asked these middle schoolers to like chill for a little bit, you know? And I was like, no, it'd be really creepy. You're an adult woman. So I didn't. I wrote this instead. It's called Peppermint. Kids are out there getting high. I'm a lonesome neighbor light that ain't out yet, but I know what they do. I see to see if they see me. I whisper loud in my mouth to scream, let me join ya. I've been out there too.
Yeah.
When my wolf had his fill, I always took his steering wheel. Peppermint put me to sleep. I'm on some. Spread it thick and breathe it deep to fold down. Santa taught me how to fight. I never missed my mistake before tonight.
Yeah.
Strangely, I remember now, with fondness, not a bit of scowl, how the parking lot was bleachers to stars. Think I miss him, but I'm not sure. I haven't missed him since before he taught me who the real life villains are. Had his fill, he barely gave up his steering wheel. Peppermint put me to sleep. I'm on some.
Yeah.
Spread it thick and breathe it deep to fold down. Mr. Wolf put me to sleep. I'm on some. I haven't had my thoughts free since you stole up. Burn 'em with that pocket light. I never miss my mister for tonight.
Lily to Ty, everybody. That's fantastic. Thank you for coming out one more time. Check it out on Instagram. Thank you for coming out. That was fantastic. All right, can we get is Charlotte Sessions out? Can we get, yeah, let's get Charlotte Sessions up to play some tunes for us. Making their open mic return, one of our favorites here.
Alright, give me a sec while I adjust this mic really quick. Give me a sec. Oh no! Oh, there we go. Hello.
Woo!
I will be performing an original song called "The Friend That I Once Had." It's kind of sad. Share pain with each other for years, but there was tender love and care, where everything was fair. But now no matter where I go, you're not always there. Tell me, where have you been? when you used to be the friend that I once had.
Yeah.
I used to be at peace with your toasty fire, till you decided it was time to make that turn, to throw it in my face and then laugh as I burn. Why'd you worsen my pain? It's just to lessen yours, unlike the friend that I once had. Oh, it'll come in time. It'll come in time when you will know where you've been wrong. I used to feel safe in our secret tent when we release our heavy bags when the worst was to come. Dry each other's tears away and then laugh in the sun. Why? Tell me, where have you been when you used to be the friend that I once had? It'll come in time. It'll come in time when you will know where you've been wrong. So we used to share pain with each other for years, but now I know that you aren't what I thought you were. You would always pretend like it was all just a blur. Now I know what it's like just to let you be as the friend that I once had. Now I know what it's like just to let you go, 'cause you no longer have my back.
The magic of Charlotte Sessions, everybody. We've got magicians and wizards in the house. We've been practicing our magic. Speaking of which, can we get Sarah Suzuki Harvard? Is Sarah Suzuki Harvard out there? We desperately want to see your performance. Come on down. Woo! Are you out there? Sure. Okay. You'll wave too. Is that a yes? Somebody coming? No. Okay, well maybe next time we'll get Sarah Suzuki Harvard up. Oh, I was looking forward to it. All right, can we get, is Diana Poet here? Diana Poet. All right, you know what, let's get some comedy. Can we get Crenshaw Wright to do some comedy for us? Big round of applause for Crenshaw Wright. Thank you everybody for coming out. We're having a great time here on Monday.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Cool.
What are you doing?
So, recently, both of my parents had to have these, like, kind of fairly serious surgeries. And It's very odd watching your parents get older. It's a very scary thing. You know, you watch their bodies break down. And it's weird because you have this image of them in your head from when you were like a kid and they were like in their prime. And then you see them now and you see how time has affected them. And it's hard, it's like you can't help but think, that's what you get. Talking all that shit when I was a kid. Tables have turned now, haven't they, you know? I want to see you try to slap me into the middle of next week now. You'll throw your shoulder out. Don't try to keep that shit together, you know? Very weird getting older, watching relationships with people change, relationship with your friends and stuff change, you watch them become parents, and very weird, I don't know, man, most annoying people in the world to me, sorry for any of the people that are in here, first-time parents. My least favorite group of people. I feel like they're always shocked at how difficult it is to be a parent. They're always like blown away by this phenomenon of parenting being hard and shit. Like, oh man, nobody ever talks about, nobody ever told you how hard it would be to be a parent. It's like, that's literally what everybody talks about. You know? Like, you ask anybody that doesn't have kids, like, hey, why don't you have kids? Like, shit, it's hard as fuck. Like, I'm not about to try to add that stress to my life. What are you doing? It's just stupid. People start, like, listing off shit that they can't keep alive to justify not being a parent and shit. Like, they called child services on my plants the other day. Like, no way I can bring a life into this world. I don't know, man. I feel like becoming shocked at the difficulty of being a parent is kind of like becoming a porn star and being shocked at bad writing. You didn't watch any videos before you got into this? You should know what's happening. I don't know, man. I was thinking a lot about like love and stuff. It's very interesting. And I feel like romantic love, I feel like we put way too much on it. The most overhyped version of love, I feel like. Definitely the most disrespected version of love, you know? I feel like there are guys out there that will just like blatantly cheat on their girlfriends and wives, but ask them to try to go to a different barber. Like, hold on, nigga, I built a relationship with this guy. We done gone through a lot. Like, we not even asking you to go to a different building, just a different chair in the same room. Like, nah, man, I don't know what to tell you, but there you go. It's weird, man, though, because I feel like there are other versions of love that don't get enough shine. You know, like friendship definitely doesn't get, right? Like it's much stronger, you know? One thing about friendship, no domestic abuse in friendship. You just work your shit out. When you can get in the all-out tussle, rolling around with your best friend. You know, eventually you guys can work that out. You can be closer, you know, much after that. Romantic love, one punch, shit falls apart. Very, very fickle, very fickle form of love. Another thing I feel like is stronger than love, racism. Definitely a stronger version of love. I feel like as a black person, and brown people, you all have either had this experience or know somebody that's had this experience where they will like apply for a job, get, you know, do the interview and all that, and then a less qualified white person will get the job instead of them. And from the black person's perspective, it's a very hurtful, very harmful way to go through life. But from the white person's perspective, to have somebody accept you like that, flaws and all, like that's true love right there. Like you can't. That's what we all kind of hope. That's what we're all out here looking for, is just somebody to look past our shortcomings and take us for who we are. Like that's. I feel like in a lot of love songs you hear people talk about, yeah, girl, I want to give you the world. You know, racism, the only thing that ever came close to it is colonization. That was just somebody trying to keep their promise to their loved one. You got to take the world over before you can give it to somebody. So it got to be yours to give. You can't give somebody else's gift away. You know? Thank you. Cool. I am in a relationship right now with these very interesting views on love, but yes, somebody decided to hitch their horse to this wagon, and I don't know, I'm glad to be in a relationship. People talk shit about relationships a lot. I don't know, man, I'm not gonna say I was like bad at dating, just wasn't very good at it, you know? I was particular about stuff. Little small things could fuck up the vibe with somebody with me, like somebody's name could throw the whole thing off, you know? You gotta have the right name. You ever tried to date somebody with the same name as a family member? Shit's uncomfortable, right? Can make sex very weird. You try to get into it, you want to get all passionate and call out the name, but every time you try to do it, you gotta stop and think, why would somebody name their kid Grandma? Like, this is gross, but you guys have been amazing. That's my time.
everybody. Follow on Instagram at Crenshaw Kind of Funny.
Yeah.
Are you doing any shows coming up or anything?
Yeah, Thursday in Manami Lounge in Brooklyn. No ID comedy show.
There you go, Thursday at Manami Lounge in Brooklyn. No ID comedy show. Catch Crenshaw White. Amazing, funny stuff. All right, can I get Layla Bokentar up? Is Layla Bokentar ready to do some entertaining for us? Big round of applause, everybody, for Layla Bokentar.
Thank you. Alright, hi everyone. My name is Layla, and I'm going to be reading a revisited stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
So usually I never read my poetry because it's more meant to be seen than to be read, because I do more with form, but we're going to try to see if things like indents and, you know, spaces and line breaks can translate to tone and sounds, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. And just before I start as well, a little disclaimer, this is going to deal with cancer and death, so if anyone needs to leave the room or anything like that, just letting you know. It's about someone who's sort of anticipating the death of a loved one and how tries to break into their consciousness and see how it goes. Yeah. The folding of clothes necessitates all one's attention. It is a meticulous, conspicuously rigorous activity so long as one's mind entirely focuses on every corner of the object at hand. The task will be accomplished precisely and successfully. One may also think there is no thinking in the folding of clothes as there is in any such activity. That may be true, however, the impossibility of silence in one's mind imposes itself. Folding of clothes. I keep getting those cooking videos in my Instagram feed. That's so funny. But do you remember when she used to mix flour, eggs, and butter in the batter and let the substance rest overnight? And tu es réveillée, ma chérie? Salut maman, tu fais quoi? Un gâteau, viens m'aider, tu dois apprendre à en faire un toi aussi. Regarde, cette pâte-là, c'est ce qu'on appelle une génoise. Maintenant, il faut fouetter le blanc d'œuf pour en faire une crème. Damn, now it tastes like my mom's cake in my mouth and those fucking tears won't stop coming down. What am I, a fucking fountain? Folding up clothes. I should hang this blazer because it's... Who's gonna make cake when my husband comes to Morocco? What the fuck? I don't even want to get married. Why should it matter if she can't make it to my wedding? I'm not having one. But what about graduation or when you get published? But folding up clothes, folding up clothes, folding up clothes. Now take your denim pants out of your pajama section when they accidentally fell into, and open the pants drawer. Oh, I thought I lost my yellow top. It was just here the whole time. Place your... I don't even know if she'll be alive when I come back. What the fuck have I been doing this whole time, not getting published? I mean, your dad doesn't even speak English, and you're doing all this forum shit that deals with literature. You know it fights for translation. Besides, even if they spoke English, they couldn't understand it. But it doesn't even matter. What matters is who the fuck is gonna celebrate your achievements with you. Fuck. I just want cake. How hard can that be? Folding of clothes, folding of clothes, folding of clothes, folding of clothes, clothing folder, folding of clothes, folding. Honestly, I'm doing too much. How many people in this world didn't even have their parents to start with? Stop being a little bitch. You've been crying for 2 hours. 2 hours, bro. This isn't even you. You can't break down every time you scroll through your feed. Like, this was a cooking video. What if you had seen a cancer video or some shit? Then what? Then what? Cancer, death, cry, folding of clothes, cancer, fold, cancer, folding, clothing, rowing, doing, luring, riding, wilding, dying, no. Helping, cooking, clothing, drinking, dying, no. Viewing, singing, dying, dying, stop. Stealing, kayaking, laughing, dying, mothering, dying, suffering, fuck. Okay, just folding of clothes. Acutely observe the objects placed on your chair. Count 2 pairs of jeans, 2 tops, one of them being your favorite blue corset and a jacket, and it needs to be hung in your closet. First, reach out to your closet and grab a hanger. Now place your hands beneath your jacket and lift it upwards. Open your closet and methodically make space amongst your other jackets to place this one. I'm tired.
Yeah! Yes, I love that. Layla Bokentar, everybody. I love that. I often have that problem myself where you have it laid out a certain way on the page and you don't know if that translates always when you're reading it out loud. And so people kind of have to see it, but there's like little inflections and things I feel like that kind of give the implication of what you did. So let's have one more round of applause. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Layla Bokentar with the form lesson, right? It's open form. That's what we do here. All right, can we get Sarah Ballin? Sarah Ballin? Ballin. Sarah Ballin, everybody's going to come up. and I think made some literature for us. And it is bright up here, just FYI.
All right. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. This is my first. Perfect. I can't even see you guys, but thank you. All right, here it goes. My dad and I sat in the back of a van made for 10 as we drove down a deserted highway lined with strip malls and chain restaurants. The static from the radio filled in the silence. I looked out the window and watched as the minimal signs of civilization dissipated into darkness. We turned off the main road onto something rockier. Not gravel, just raw desert. As we drove uphill, a small sign on the left-hand side read, "Expect a miracle." It was a small one-story building, not what I was told it would be like, not how the website depicted it. I agreed because of the amenities like the ropes course, the pool, and the serene stone maze for strolling and meditation. There was a rumor Britney Spears went there for rehab, so I was expecting luxury. The big bone driver cleared his throat and announced we'd arrived at Desert Flower Hospital. I don't need a hospital, I'm not sick. He stretched out his hand to help me out of the van, and I swatted it away like a pesky fly or a mosquito. I could get out of the car on my own. My dad began to wheel my bag, packed to the brim with all of the summer clothes I owned, towards the hospital doors. "Just her," barked the lumberjack. I blinked in astonishment. What kind of prison was this that they wouldn't let my own father inside? After all, he had just escorted me across the country. He even gave up the window seat without protest, sans neck pillow, and sat patiently but uncomfortably in the middle seat during the 6-hour flight. I looked up at my dad standing beside the van, his Yankee hat covering his partially bald head. He's always had a bald patch, but my recent erratic behavior made him lose sleep and consequently some hair. I was his firstborn of 4 children, so he's always had a big soft spot for me, his first baby. At 23 years old, he'd still try and pinch my cheeks like one would a toddler's. "We're gonna figure this out, Tushy," he whispered. He calls me Tushy and Monkey, among many other nicknames. My dad's the kind of person who comes to my spin class, not always to spin, but to wait for me after his long day at the office to take me out to dinner before commuting home on a 45-minute train back to Westchester. Despite all my shenanigans, underneath all the pressure I felt on me growing up, he's proud of everything I do. He believes in me, even when I don't think I'm good enough. "Of course you're good enough," he'd tell me. "You can do anything. You're my kid." "Policy," the man shrugged, muffling his phlegmy cough into the sleeve of his flannel. Before I could speak, my dad wrapped his arms around me, pulling me closer to his chest, and kissed my forehead. His voice croaked as he said goodbye. I followed the driver up the path inside the building. There wasn't a window I could peek out of, but I heard the van back out of the driveway, taking my dad right back to the airport. I sat on a wooden bench and pulled out my iPhone 6 Plus, a birthday gift I'd received the week prior. My thumb swiped up and down the screen as I scrolled through my most recent camera feed. 10 hours ago, I was on a dimly lit podium, mic'd up, instructing, leading, teaching a spin class. How the fuck did I end up in the nut house? "You won't be needing that here," a woman with round spectacles and frizzy hair said, eyeing my iPhone as she approached me. My grip tightened around the device as I grit my teeth. She looked me up and down. "I'm not sure if you read our guidelines, but your attire is prohibited," she flatly stated. Bare midriffs, big no-no. She motioned me to follow her into the bathroom where she told me to strip in front of her, thong and all. That was the protocol. She wanted to watch me undress to make sure I wasn't smuggling anything into the facility. Once naked, my clothing and body cavities were searched for contraband. As I shivered and my hair prickled up, my anger burned underneath my flesh, a perverse equilibrium. I felt subhuman. The communal bedroom at the hospital was barren, but the fluorescent light from the bathroom cast trippy shadows along the walls in lieu of any decor. A girl with a long blonde ponytail and a fuzzy zip-up sweatshirt sat in the bed across from mine, hugging her knees, her big blue eyes glazed with tears and widened in horror as she silently rocked back and forth. I nodded at her in acknowledgement before slipping into the sheets. This place was fucking scary.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sarah Ballin, everybody. That was so smart. Thank you for sharing that. That was right from the journal, right from the moleskin. One more time for Sarah Ballin. Read from your diary. It's more natural that way. All right, let's get one of our favorites. Can we get the great Francine Poet? She's going to be doing poetry salons. Maybe you'll get the invite. I don't know.
Just because I invited him for dinner. Okay, no, I had an intro, but like Tatiana, don't just buy drinks, don't mind. Tatiana, don't listen to me. I'm a poet, and I get you, so all these fucking assholes inspire you. So it's worth it, but I just want to, for the poetry, but I just want to say, like, you know, maybe you should consider a girlfriend, maybe an Italian girlfriend, who makes you lasagna, recites you Italian poems and takes you to the opera, and, you know, we can just you know, cuddle and spoon. I invited her for dinner, so we should post more. You know, like, there are options. I can tell you about it. Okay, I got very distracted. If you heard my poetry before, it's like lame, soapy, fucking heartbreak poetry. So I'm taking a break from that tonight. I have some dark and more cynical stuff. But I like, Matt is like a tiny guy, so I have to do like a safety check. Some big dudes here, so protect me. Like, is there anyone like in the corporate world, like corporate? No. If there is some banker, like corporate person, you're different. This poem is not about you. The corporate penguins. And I'm a lawyer, but like, I'm different. The corporate penguins. New York is highly populated by a species I named the corporate penguins. It's an easy sighting. They gather messily at rush hours in the subway stops. They cram the skyscraper of Midtown and Wall Street with their J. Crew standard black suit or sleeveless kilted vests. They walk steadily in little clusters to grab shitty plastic lunches in their favorite plastic restaurant chains. They're also Tupperware, microwave, takeout, noodle soup brainwashed. The corporate penguins ruin my pre-opera ritual while I sit at the bar of P.G. Clark's. And there is an invasion of them, the corporate penguins chirping and cheeping like bloated chicks. What a peculiar species. I don't think they're actually human. I'm just appalled how clouded and maybe empty their brain must be, as if they had any perception of this themselves. They should jump off of the Brooklyn Bridge. I would if I were one of them. I leave my drink half full as I get the irrational fear that it could actually be contagious. The corporate penguins chirping and cheeping, spilling beers and vodka sodas. They have money to waste, passing out on the stools, fucking randomly, marrying randomly, giving random birth to more corporate penguins, bulking robotic nothingness, please protect me. Working 16 hours a day on numbers and projection and rating and fees, and they can't even tell you exactly what they do when you ask them. I walk on the grand square plaza of the Lincoln Center. Wagner is about to start. There is still some improbable beauty in this city, slowly munched and ravaged away by the corporate penguin.
Yeah!
I have two other short ones, it gets darker. Yeah, I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah!
Woo! Well, at least Tatiana is getting it. I don't know.
You know Tatiana works in corporate, right?
My dinner is gonna be amazing.
I know.
Considerations on the oblivion of the crowd. I guess I'm stating the obvious, but there is in fact some appeal in the cheap ways of oblivion of the crowds of the Saturdays. I wish I could fall for it. The fogginess of their existence, a break from my running mind. Yet the girl is high as fuck, but her lips are a perfect red brush. I'll never be able to pull such tricks. Okay, this last one is one of the darkest I ever written. And if you could close your eyes, I want the best silence I could get. Just close your eyes to get too fucked up harder. Cylinder. Pain has a shape. It is a sharp cylinder perforating the chest. No, actually, pain is a hollow space within the cylinder perforating the chest. It's infinitely empty and infinitely heavy. No, actually, pain is a sharp, cylinder-shaped planet in the universe. It's infinitely dark and infinitely remote. The gravity would kill you. The silence will do it first. Woo!
Francine Poet, everybody. Check out the. Sorry. I'll just do it from right here. All right. Check out the private exclusive dinner parties. I don't know if you get the invite. All right.
They're very hard to get the.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on. This cooking is going to be top-notch gourmet stuff here, people. All right. I just need to make a quick and one more time for Francine Poet. We're bringing the delicate magic. If we have a Michael Liven in the house, your credit card, I think, is at the bar. See the wonderful Amanda. Can we have a big round of applause for Amanda? She is getting us drunk and making sure we have a good time. All right, let's get some. Can we get some music? Can we have Daphne Juliet Ellis come up and play some music for us? All right. Big round of applause for Daphne Juliet Ellis making her return.
have a dongle.
Let me see. Let me see. Okay. We have a dongle. We have a dongle. We have a dongle. We have a dongle. All right. Let me see. Let me just see. I might. Oh, no. No, we need a dongle. Does somebody have a dongle? We need a dongle.
I got a dongle. You guys really like that word? It's a great word.
No way! We have the dongle!
We got it. It's good.
I got no customized dongle.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I muted it. All right, just 1 second. Oldsmobile.
Do you need it?
I think I have it.
You've got it?
Maybe. No, let me play up. Can I play up your phone? Sorry.
Here.
This is a great time to see the bartender get another drink. We're going to get this set right up for you. Talk amongst yourselves. It's a nice little moment to recap. Maybe talk about your favorite acts so far. And
I don't have
things you've seen.
I have it in my sent mail to you.
Okay.
So that's where we're at. Oh gosh.
Sorry, it's just like we got this new board. So
No, it's totally
trying
fine.
this new stuff.
Can I introduce it before?
Yeah, definitely. I'll do it. Down to whatever. Okay, so yeah, if you want to go.
He's taking a break.
I don't know why it's not funny.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just like you got a new board, so it's, I don't know how it works.
Okay, yeah.
All right, one more time for Daphne Juliet Ellis, everybody.
Does anybody here know what rally driving is?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you who don't, rally driving is kind of a pastime that is not, I don't even know if it's really much of a thing anymore, but people used to navigate on roads, predominantly in New England and way out west. It was like a racing thing. So people would race on the road, they would go the speed limit, and I just find that to be really romantic. So yeah, this is a song. That was a really long way of saying this is a song about a car.
I can put your
It's called Oldsmobile.
Sorry, it's just like.
Oh, no worries.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Thank you. I know that took a second to procure.
Yeah!
Thank you. That's an original song. It's called Oldsmobile. It's out on Spotify. If you liked it, check it out. Thank you. Thanks, Matt. And thank you, Dongle Friend.
Daphne Juliet Ellis, everybody. That was awesome. And the backing track sounded great as well. Thank you for the dongle. Can we get the dongle back? I need the dongle back. Is Chloe Fimiano in the house? Chloe Fimiano signed up. I don't know. We'll see next week maybe. All right, can we get Millie Ephraim up to read? We had this performer last week. They did an amazing job with the original play that they wrote. Let's have a big round of applause for Millie Ephraim, everybody.
So we do a couple, well not me, but a couple of my friends do jams every week.
Everyone's been fucking great
where they like
tonight.
bring a bunch of like live.
Okay. I am reading another scene from my new play. I read one last week. Hi. Hi. So you are Shabnam's friend. It's really nice to meet you. You seem lovely. Thank you. Yeah, she told me about you a while ago, but you know, I wasn't so keen on coaches, life coaches. But you're not really a life coach. I am a coach. Yeah, but you're not like a life coach, you know? I am coaching about life, but this isn't getting anywhere. I'm curious about you. Tell me, why don't you like life coaches? Where does this come from? Well, I'm conducting some personal research, but honestly, maybe I could use some coaching. I don't know, I mean, what does that even mean? I stopped seeing my therapist of 5 years, 6 months ago. I felt like he wasn't challenging me enough. I just need someone to do that for me a little bit right now. To tell you what to do? No, not necessarily. Well, maybe I need some more concrete direction. I mean, what can my 50-year-old gay Ashkenazi therapist tell me about my life? I felt like I had to filter already so much to him so he wouldn't call Child Protective Services on my family. But you're not a child. No, I know, but you know what I mean. I seem like a gypsy who would really get me. I see the humor Shabnam told me about, but you know I'm not a gypsy. I do some healing work along with the coaching, and the more I learn about you, I can help you with some kind of mantras, spells. Okay, sounds good, I think. Well, historically, I haven't liked life coaches because they're just regular people. We're kind of assuming more responsibility than a therapist. Therapists don't tell you what to do. They warn you of the consequences of a potential action, but they don't demand anything. From what I've heard, life coaches tell you what to do. I won't tell you what to do. Yeah, but now I don't mind that. Who cares? Who cares about the authenticity of action anymore? What makes it authentic if it comes from me? Does anything really come from us? It can be authentic if I do something you tell me to do. You authentically are telling me what to do, and I'm authentically receiving it. We're talking a lot about authenticity. My last boyfriend told me I'm not authentic, and he broke up with me, I think because his life coach told him to do so. So, kind of on an exploration of authenticity. I think I'm pretty fucking authentic, though, for even saying this out loud. I never got him to admit why he no longer wanted to try in our relationship after promising me forever. Why do you assume that you had to make him admit? You keep taking responsibility for the failures of others. He didn't want to try because he didn't know how to be around someone as authentic as you. He drowned in your presence. That's not your responsibility. Can you accept that? I'm trying to. It's like deep down, I know, but also every day of living feels like a battle with the outside world to not get led astray from the deep down. So I'm here to help you stay in touch with the deep down, Millie. You went somewhere when I said that. Where did you go? No, it really resonated. I just have this heart condition. Really? What is it? Well, I don't know what it is. Okay. Do you need a surgery? No. Well, so it's okay. My heart just beats really fast a lot. I think you're excited and you're happy actually, but you don't let yourself be happy, so then you create anxiety around this feeling of being alive. That's very perceptive. What did you like about your ex? What did you miss? Well, we had a lot of fun together and everything felt like an adventure. What did you do? How did he make it fun? I don't know, it just was. What can you take away from that relationship? I don't know why I'm really struggling to answer this. It's okay. Millie, this guy, he mirrored you entirely. He wanted to be you so badly and he mimicked your qualities very well and you loved that. You fell in love with yourself and I think you really needed that actually. Can you also accept that? Maybe you were the fun one. You made it an adventure. When I ask you about him, you don't know. And deep down, I hear you screaming. You don't miss him, you miss you. And every time you trick yourself into thinking it's him you miss yourself a little more. Okay? Okay.
Yeah!
Millie Ephraim, everybody. Millie Ephraim. That was wonderful. I love it. Give it up for playing both the parts, too. The therapist and
life coach.
The life coach. Yes, that's right. The life coach is the theme tonight, everybody. One more time for Millie Ephraim. Come out, do your dramatic works. We've got your dongle as well. We'll get it back to you. Sorry, I should have brought it. Can we get Radia Mona Nassaf? Is Radia Mona Nassaf in the house?
Yes.
No?
I was gonna say yes. No.
Oh, it's up to you. We're gonna, do people want to hear it, the singing? Or
yeah.
All right, we don't want to pressure anybody. All right, can we get Dylan's story up? Let's get Dylan's story up. There's nothing to be afraid of. Everybody's very supportive. It's a great room. Come on, everybody. Let's get it. Dylan's story, everybody.
Alright, I'm gonna sit down. I've had a seat all night. Alright, so my name's Dylan Story. I got a little poem for y'all. I'll explain, the inspiration afterwards. I'll let y'all develop your own narrative. Bearing my nervousness, I approached her with an effortless stride. She smiled and stopped. So it seems my bravado passed as organic, and I captivated her in seconds. A connection started to grow as we fed off each other's energy with such compassionate give and take. But then, at that moment, she got lost in the shimmer of his eyes, realizing that this boy shares a very similar meaning of life to hers. Therefore, he would be endlessly entangled in her thoughts. She was very much aware of love's power and how it can cast a spell that will bind her to his needs and affection, overall losing sight of her greatest dreams. So even before the idea of what could be crept into her head, she intentionally declined through genuine and devoted conversation, severing the already growing connection, and denying herself of what she truly felt to escape the tender restriction of her ambitions.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hopeless romantic, even though I'm full of hope. Not romanticizing of how you can help me grow. Rather, I'm dreaming of the things I know, like how you glow every time you walk into the room. You're my favorite show. Things happen that you don't know. You're not worried about it though. You find peace in the unknown. You crave something new down to the bone. I try to be unpredictable, like a present with a bow. To give you what you know is to give you something old. I'm just making you happy until time sends us home.
Yeah.
Thanks. I just have 2 more. This one was kind of like half finished. I kind of like finished it like just like an hour ago. I'm kind of like I really like this story, so I had to finish. All right. 2 steps from the edge, yet I'm still so far from the truth. I can only afford to make one more wrong move. Out of all that you said, I'm still looking for a clue, a piece, a fragment, any sign to help me from stop feeling so blue. My mind's on the loose, it's out searching for you. My heart's been glued after finding the proof. My body can't move by your words. My body can't move. I'm hung by your words that formed a noose.
Yeah. Woo.
This one's called Severance. L-O-V-E. I want it all or let me be, please. Never cared too much about money. You can't buy me what I truly need. Passion was on fire. My heart's now slow, barely beating. Mind is still racing. Thinking how you could unlove so easily. I wish I wasn't there when you did need me. I wish it wasn't me who was the one who you were pleasing. Your words can't be trusted and your love is beneath me. Especially now that your love is so easy.
Yeah.
I thought hostess, well, can I bring one more like little 10-second?
Yeah, maybe, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Little one,
yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay, this one's called Ode to the Night. As the day grows old, night starts to fall. The blue sky fades after all. Then comes the black, which sends a call. Sleep is among the world for most. I am the exception, I suppose. My eyes will not shut and my mind will not close. I came to face reality as the black crows crow. It is bittersweet to know what the truth knows. Can we really own the night, or is that just what we're told? I said my vows, and that is what I've done. To wed my bed and greet my only son.
Dylan.
Thank you.
Dylan Story, everybody. Thank you for the silence, and that was wonderful. One more time for Dylan Story. Bringing a wonderful atmosphere. Here is the dongle. Is this your dongle? Thank you. Thank you for the dongle. Let's have a round of applause for the dongle guy. And Javier Ruiz, I'm giving the signal.
Oh, gotcha.
We have a secret signal.
100%.
One more. Let's give it for Javier Ruiz, everybody. All right. Do we have Terry Huang? Is Terry Huang here? Can we get Terry Huang up to do some comedy for us? Thank you guys for coming out. It's a 2-drink minimum, 5 minutes per performer. We're here every Monday. You can sign up next week at Easy Paradise Mag. You know you want to get up here. I mean, it's fun. Come on out and have fun. Big round of applause for Terry Huang, everybody.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Oh, wow. Allow me to introduce myself. All right, I'm Terry, son of Dad, grandson of Grandpa, right? The first of his name. My mother was Mom, all right? It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I feel like it's party time, part 2. You guys know what I mean? Like, I felt like all the festivities ended in January 2nd, but now they're all coming back, you know? Do you guys have birthdays coming up? Birthdays that have passed? Yes? Happy birthday, everyone. It is birthday. You? Yes, good job. Congratulations. It's birthday season right now. But unfortunately, I struggle a little bit at parties because my voice blends right in with the background music. Okay, it is the exact same frequency. I know that because noise canceling headphones filters out my voice entirely. Okay, it is super effective. I don't know what's going on. But I mean, at the same time, I feel like I don't need to talk that much at parties because, like, you don't need me. It's loud enough. What do you want me to add to the decibels? You really want me to be like, so, what are your hobbies? Just for a few more decibels? No, it's good. I was at a party on Saturday, okay, and I thought I was doing a good job. Okay, I thought I was doing it right, hanging out, having a good time, and then in the circle I was in, some guy turned to me, and he said, "Terry, are you okay? You haven't said anything the whole time." I was like, "What? You guys were talking. Was I supposed to just, like, interrupt? What was I supposed to do, you know?" I feel like I can't win. Sometimes I say "yeah" too loud. Like, "yeah." And then everyone stops talking and then looks at me. They turn the music down. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, I was just saying, you know, like, yeah. They're like, yeah, what? I'm like, no, it's just like what he was saying. I was like, all right. And then everyone leaves. It's so much easier as a kid. Oh, God. It's so much easier as a kid. I feel like when I was trying to infiltrate circles as a little kid, I just, like, barged my way in. Like, anyone like juice? Hands in for juice. Alright, and then everyone would just, like, slowly just 1, 2, 3, juice! Maybe it'll still work now. I'll try it, judging by the reaction. I don't know. Another thing that happened, I was talking with one guy, this was later, when someone told me to talk. So I was talking with one guy, and then he stopped someone who was passing by, and was like, "Hey, this is Terry." I was like, "Hello." And then the guy I was talking to walked away forever. He just, like, passed me off like a ball. Like a bag of wine. He just slapped me and was like, "Oh, have you slapped Terry? Go slap him around. He won't say anything about it." That's parties, though. That's my experience with parties. I'm great at parties though. Invite me to your party. Please. You won't even know I'm there, you know what I'm saying? Anyways.
It's a birthday party.
You are? It's coming up? Okay. I'm coming. And you have no way to verify whether or not I'll follow through. One more thing I wanted to talk to you guys is I've been watching a lot of esports. Okay? And that might not sound like a lot, but that actually took me a lot of courage to just tell everyone right now. Because I feel like esports is like a completely uncool thing. But I think it's just like circumstance, like if you grew up playing sports, you would watch sports. But if you grew up playing video games, you watch esports. That's just kind of like the path that you have to take. Right? I don't know, and when I was a kid, I couldn't play sports because I was way too round and slow. I couldn't do it. Like all my relatives, when they saw me, they'd be like, "Oh, you're so sturdy." But we all know what sturdy means, right? Very sad. It's a little cliche to say, but I really did look very similar to that kid from Up. That little Boy Scout. And try to imagine that guy playing basketball, right? He wouldn't be a player, he'd be the ball. Right? I was the ball. Being passed around part. Anyway. Okay, I'm Terry, guys.
Terry Huang.
You guys are amazing.
Terry Huang, everybody. Ingrid Jacobson is in the house. We're just getting started. We got a lot of show. We got a lot of great show for everybody. How are we doing? How's everybody doing? All right, let's get Kick Crash up. East Village legend. I think he's going to do some a cappella. Get ready. Very special stuff. The human voice. That's what we're here for, not AI. We're not online. I'm at the KGB open mic. You're online. I'm at the KGB open mic. What's the meme? What's the meme?
I'm in the club. My note. You stole my note. I said I'm at KGB while you're online.
Yeah, that's right. We're based. We're so based at open mic Monday.
Shut up, my guy.
Oh wait, I'm not Big Crosby microphones.
I don't even know. I'll try to put it on. I'll try to put it on.
Right.
Dude, thank you so much.
This is like a avant-garde jazz piece. I always start with that.
That's how I like it.
Miles Davis discovered this in the 5 spot back in 1959.
Yeah.
This is the best part of it. Listen to that. There it is. There it is. So, yeah, I'm going to do an a cappella piece. Ignore this. This is just for show. Anyway, here we go. The one who I was is not who I am. Slam the doors of perceptions left behind. Don't fit in this box. Delivering locks as a ghost before breakfast has arrived. Yes, the ghost before breakfast has arrived. Through a trapdoor to land on the floor, taking one more step of the dance. Woo! Yeah! Shooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo-ah. Taking one more step of the dance. Shooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo-ah. Following another breakfast has arrived. Feel the salt as it's pouring down. All mechanical objects have to stop and unwound. As they fall to pieces in a temporal decay, there's a ring for all in this place of gray. Hold on to your hats, the wind's blowing low. The clock in the tower tolls a bell, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. And there's no use complaining when the pattern keeps changing. But the gray in the sky must fall down. The ghost before breakfast has arrived. Yes, the ghost before breakfast has arrived.
The ghost before breakfast has arrived, everybody. Kid Crash, check out the Spellcast. He's got a lot of great work. Check out his social media profile. It's tagged on Easy Paradise. All right, can I get Allison Haley up? One of our favorites is Allison Haley. One of the great poets of New York. Allison Haley, everybody. Coming up to deliver the news. One more time for Allison Haley.
Hi guys. How's everyone doing tonight? So good. So good? Yeah, no, I see those shoes. So good. Oh yeah, thank you. They zip on the back. So, if I could find it, it'd be sick. This is a prose piece about the grief that lingers longer than the loss of a lover. And I think grief is a funny thing because in the way I like to think about it, a broken heart heals a lot faster sometimes than a hole in your life, a hole in your home, a hole in your future. And this piece, let me fix the mic real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. Oh, that's so much better. Woo. And this one is called Baby Dearest. 20 days after not our first but our final end. After Cancer season came to a close and the new moon in Leo hung high in the sky like an offering or a good omen. After I stopped talking about my feelings and started telling jokes again, I dreamt that I held our baby. The very baby I saw in black and white, displayed across the ultrasound screen a week before we never spoke again. But that night, in my sleep, in the endless universe of possibilities of my mind's eye, I held our born child like we never had to say goodbye before we ever met, and they looked exactly as I imagined they would. Healthy in size and skin with all the soft folds and fat of being well cared for. I didn't dream that I picked them up from some place or that some nurse or angel or cruel part of my subconscious handed them to me. But from the moment my sleep-sewed dreams, they were in my arms, at peace with me and me with them, their soft, round cheek resting on the upper curve of my right breast while I inspected them further, trying to discern where my features ended and yours began. On that still, well-fed face, their eyes were closed with dreams of milk and a mother who was still loved by their father, so there was no way to know whose irises they inherited, but nonetheless they were beautiful. Perfect, even. The way a baby created of one's own body could only be, so it didn't matter to me that they were also yours, because in my arms, warm and real, they were only mine. I wanted to whisper into their pretty little ears like perfect seashells how glad I was to finally meet them, but instead I caught my breath between my throat and my molars, afraid to break our bond with words. So I decided this soundless space was our love language for now. Softly sung songs and saccharine speech could come later. We had time for that. We had a lifetime together to know the nuances of the slight vocal fries and the exact octave ranges of our cries. But in this moment, we didn't know the absolute sweetness of each other and shared silence, and they rested with my hand on the back of their head, me feeling the gentle pulse of their forming brain beneath my fingertips. And I realized I was already in love, already ready to die for them, already afraid that they would disappear if I looked away from them for even a moment. So I held them closer to my heart so they would know. And their little left hand raised to cup my collarbone, embracing me back for no reason other than impulse. I needed to know their scent, so I lowered my nose to their head and surprisingly smelled not the various sweet-scented powders of infancy, but your cologne, the one I helped you pick out months ago. But our child didn't smell like you and your skin wearing your cologne, but rather like your cologne on my pillowcase in the morning, your cologne on that thin brown sweater you borrowed from me all winter, or your cologne on me and my skin at the end of the day. Overcome by sentimentality, I stayed, smelling our child, smelling us, smelling what had faded from my sheets, sweater, and self, and I would have done that forever if sleep allowed me. But the naked him next to me stirred in my bed, so my eyes twitched and opened before I could cling to my child closer, and as they disappeared from my sight, from my embrace, they were replaced by reality. Replaced in my vision by my postcard plastered wall, lit by what could barely be called morning, and I hugged my arms to myself, feeling and now knowing exactly how empty they really were. I looked back at the beautiful rebound in my bed and gave myself a beat to almost hate his handsome face. Before I squeezed my eyes shut and tried to reimagine our child long enough to give them a name, to kiss them, to watch them grow forever. But behind my eyelids, I could only envision the blind blank black of a total lack of recollection, and then it was there again, the grief of giving up exactly what I had wanted. I tried not to cry about the loss after loss, and yet another reminder of the end after the end, but my stomach felt flat beneath my hands, and I couldn't help my breath from hitching and my shoulders from shaking slightly, all the same as I mourned everything all over again. Like that, I inadvertently woke the naked coke hung over him next to me, prompting him to press his morning-hardened penis to my bare ass and his lips to my salty cheek before he asked, "Hey, what's wrong?" Thank you.
Short.
And this is actually, swear to God, an actual email I sent that ex. Like, you know when you have like each other blocked on fucking everything, and you're like, yeah, but I need to say something? This is called Actual Email I Sent My Ex. When I try to pinpoint when I started to change myself for, by, and with you, usually I decide it was that first time you touched your tender top lip to my begging bottom lip, because our kiss, our first kiss, felt so distinctly different than all the hard and soft and fast and slow kisses of and from nameless and now unmentionable lovers, that when you kissed me with such seeming sincerity that it must have been then that I accepted the changes you made in me. Then, with your hand touching my cheek like precious porcelain, and your breath, sweet and small and slow on my tongue, that I felt your mouth open mine to make a promise of a deeper magnitude and meaning than flimsy, fragile words can express. You were promising that was our last first kiss. In retrospect, this was a trick. But back then you slipped down my throat into my stomach, and now with every kiss since the first, my inside parts are transfigured and transformed by your coming and going, there is as much of you inside me as there has been on me. Now, with you gone, I find you in me. These parts I can call by your name, and they are the source of my current pain. Parts like jagged edges, insecurities, and emotional inarticulacy, making me meaner, more selfish, and suspicious. Parts concrete like my organs that ache, my bones that bend to point break, and my shrinking stomach that aches. I am sick with a grief that never heals, because the person I am grieving, you, has lingered on in me. So I can't just easily exorcise these parts of you out of me. I am now yours, as in many ways I am now you. Loving you conjured so much love of me, and it's still there inside me, only now trapped with nothing to get, like a rat running through a maze with no exit or promise of cocaine or Oreos. Don't worry. I'm not going to tell you again how badly broken my heart is and was. I'm aware that when I said so before, it was certainly loud enough for you to at least have heard me, even if you didn't listen. I'm not going to ask if you feel bad about what you did, or rather what I found out. I'm not going to ask if you feel guilty for having me do what needed to be done without you, for making me do all I have to do now without you. I know you don't, and you won't. But what I'm asking you now is, now that I am you, where do I put my love? Now that I am you, but no longer yours to you, where should my love go now that you're gone? This love is not an object I can display in my home next to the blue flowers I bought to brighten my studio apartment, or next to the Santal scented candle I bought to soothe the strain in the feeling part of my brain that connects to my nose. This love is a living, breathing energy, a force that, as per the advice of my friends, should go back to me, like a wave to the sea. But that's not where your love went nor goes. You never loved me. Or you did, but for a far briefer time than I believed, a far briefer time than you for me. Anyway, I am an unnatural fit for my affections. I can't just love the reflection you left behind in your image. I can't look in the mirror after a hot shower and call this body anything but broken, as that belittlement of your abandonment makes affirmations fail me. Loving myself after this transformation would be a choice to continue to love you, and such an avenue is a dead end for this love I have and aim to give. None of the other obvious routes seem right either, spilling this overfull cup to another new false promise of forever found in a partner, leaning on the friends who speak of my heartbreak like a character flaw to be confronted, asking for support from a family that proved more storm than harbor. You and I both know how that would go. I can't turn back time. I can't have lips you never kissed or be a person you didn't change. I can't be anything other than this copy of the person who I loved who left me. If you feel I am due any kindness at all, please tell me this, as I always took your word at everything, but this you would especially and actually know best, so please, now that I'm you, what do? Swear to God I sent that to him. He never responded.
Allison, Haley, everybody. Once again, there's a 5-minute time limit. Let's try to obey the 5-minute time limit. Thank you all for coming out. We have a lot of great people to get to. Thank you. Can we get Mana Bugayo up, everybody? We're going to have Mana Bugayo, a first-timer here at the open mic. Once again, we'll be here. We've got a lot of great entertainment coming at you. Thank you for coming out.
How long was the paragraph?
Okay, my name is Mana Bugayo. I am from Argentina, which makes me...
Oh yes! I hosted! Wow, amazing!
What's your name?
Yeah, I hosted when you hosted. It was me, I didn't remember that. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Mana, and you will
I think you signed up
have
already.
to
No.
probably
K.
imagine that I'm good. Because I'm going to do a piece
What's your last
that is in
name?
Spanish. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What is
I mean, I'm not sorry about my language. So this is a 3-part piece. It's not that long, and it's about the. I couldn't get up, like wake up. I couldn't get out of my bed because I had depression. And so I made a song about the depression. I made a poem about the voice that says that I'm not good enough, and then I wrote a lullaby to make that voice go to sleep. Oh my god, face not recognized. Why?
It's too bright.
It's me. Okay, so. So the song about depression. No me hagan ni pensar lo grande que es el mundo. Estoy atada a la cama. No hay a dónde ir, lo dice el prospecto. Prefiero creerle a la ciencia. Olor a perro limpio, a suavizante de ropa, aviso de ayer. Supe que la ciudad rebalsa de palmera. No estoy a favor del verano. Tómenme la palabra, segura no puedo moverme, jamás les mentiría. And now the lullaby, because basically it's like what I want to say that this is what I sing to myself when I am making myself crazy. Okay, ¿cómo empieza? Cuando el hielo estaba delgado y el campo estaba minado, yo sé que estabas ahí protegiendo a la nena que yo fui y que ahora te suplica que te vayas a dormir. Es hora de descansar. Es hora de descansar. No es perfecto, más bien todo lo contrario. Es que ya no es necesario que me cuides así. Y no es de ingrata, pero ya está decidido. Este ya no es tu dominio y te tenés que ir a dormir. Es hora de descansar. Te entrego a la siesta y me voy a buscar el error garrafal. ¿Qué es lo peor que podría pasar? Gracias.
That was so beautiful. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming out. That was wonderful. One more time for Manu. Bugayo. Fantastic stuff. All right. Is Eva Piper in the house? Do we have an Eva Piper in the house? How about Stephanie Decall?
Yeah.
All right, let's get Stephanie Decall up today. Stephanie Decall, everybody.
All right. Show of hands. Would you rather me talk about my prolific gay porn career, or how I met my wife on the Shrek subreddit?
Shrek!
Point it is. All right. Actually, I'll start by saying, for really open mics in general, comedy, music, poetry, anything, I'm from LA, so it's more of a conniving, catty environment that like people are paranoid about their material getting stolen. So I've actually devised, and I think New Yorkers are more moral and better about it, but I think I've devised a way to like unofficially copyright and protect your material, whether it be songs, poetry, comedy, is by it being bad. So by no one wanting to steal it, and I think I've got a corner on that market. Or if you can't have it be bad, have it be so repulsive to those who would steal it, so specific to yourself that people would know it was stolen. Like for example, Joe Comic could never talk about his prolific career as the woman in gay porn scenes who discovers the men in the act. For example. Okay, so let's take it back to summer 2017. I was a recent graduate of a very prestigious acting conservatory, Cal State Long Beach, California. That one hits better in LA because it's a very shitty, unimportant university. And
I was in Long Beach.
Long Beach, New York, or California?
California.
Okay, all right. So a year or so after I graduate, because I was not one of the 4 students in the department who was arbitrarily chosen to be bestowed connections and career opportunities. I was doing, as any legitimate young actor was doing, I was looking for acting gigs on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Which, when people ask me how I found my career, I cannot in good conscience suggest Craigslist because that's not safe. But I've been fine on Craigslist. So just get a knife and you're fine. So I found this very generically worded ad. Title was Background Actors Wanted. The body was paid X amount of dollars for X amount of hours. You might have a speaking line or 2. Send a photo and we'll contact you if we want to work with you. And I was like, this is a lot easier than waiting online at Central Casting. So you get it. So I sent them my photo at the time, which looked like a literal child, a literal Hannah Montana reject. And like a month went by, and I forgot about it. So a month later, I get an email response saying, "Hey Stephanie, we'd love to work with you. Just so you know, for your own knowledge, this will be a man-on-man, gay pornographic cinema endeavor. You yourself will not be involved in the act. You'll be an extra, as we consider it. You might have a line or 2, but you will not be involved. It pays X amount for X hours. What do you say?" So me, having no real professional acting experience, I was like, God, is my acting career going to be sidelined and derailed before it even begins? Yeah, sure, let's do it. So a week or so later, I go up to the Hollywood Hills in some really nice mansion Airbnb. And because I didn't really understand what was happening, I beat the face, hair down to here, a nice conservative form-fitting t-shirt and skinny jeans and non-logoed sneakers. And I had my knife on me. Because while I am stupid enough to take a Craigslist acting gig for porn, I'm not stupid enough to go in unarmed. So we do it, and PA, there's 2 cameramen, 2 camera people, and a PA, jack of all trades. So I will say, shooting ropes, they're not shooting ropes. It is a syringe filled with Cetaphil. And I'll show you how they do it. So the camera's here, and my head height is where the crotch is, and probably that light right there is like me, like going, oh my god! So there's some camera choreography, there's some actor choreography that like, I have a plastic syringe with the tip cut off, filled with It's brand name Spunk. It's fake. And for a while, they were very insistent. I cannot come into Stephanie cannot come into contact with that. And I was being naive, and I was like, well, it's not real. Like, I'm fine if it. And they're like, no, it cannot hit you. I was like, oh, consent. Got it. So they're like, this PA is right here with the trigger of the syringe, and the actor's like getting ready to do it. And they're like, action. Cinema magic. Give it up for Jennifer, the PA. Everyone. Yeah. All right, I think that's my time.
Great.
Like the street in New York. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Very funny. What was your name one more time?
Stephanie Decal.
Stephanie Decal, everybody. That was hilarious.
Please, Stephanie Decal. Stephanie with an F on Instagram. Thanks so much.
From LA. We're going to take over New York. That was very funny. Please come back. That was amazing. We loved it. Stephanie Decal, everybody. All right, can we get Peter Carolini, new to the open mic? Let's give him a big round of applause. Big welcome for Peter Carolini, everybody.
Much appreciated, man. It has been a pleasure performing with you all tonight.
Yeah.
Seriously. Very shortly and succinctly, I'm going to provide some context to the 4 poems I'm going to be reading.
Yeah!
Woo! Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah!
Yeah. So, without further ado, here are 4 poems from what I call the anthology, or for you Lord of the Rings fans out there, the Stummarillion. Thank you guys for laughing. This is the great prosthetic paradox. Do not tell me I am an inspiration, nor that your buddy was de-limbed on the road. When I want my ego stroked, I will tell you, and not for going out on a limb. Do not offer me your subway seat with pity. But when I am tired and would like to sit down, let me draw that pity myself. And lastly, do not ask me to take it off for your comedic benefit, but award my genius. Laugh at my work when I write about it, for lack of other success. This next one's called Violence is Afoot. Based on a true story. At the age of 6 in Bensonhurst, I was enrolled in karate. To my parents, it was apparent that my cherubic self was in danger. Our sensei radiated cool and warmth, the martial artist Carl Weathers type. And under his tutelage, I learned how to chop, kick, and jab. Thus the day of graduation came. Our swaggering sensei set the final trial. To kick a fresh-cut block of wood, how effortless for me and my full slim. So I bowed before him. We grinned and readied. Green belt, here I come. Thwack! With a lax lunge of carbon fiber, I cracked my sensei's thumbnail in 2. He hid his pain as it bled profusely. I stood baffled as Brooklyn bellowed. Very quickly was I withdrawn from class, having used my power to hurt. Since then, I have never fake flip-flapped another, nor clipped any other nails than my own.
Yeah!
I was going to hold this for... That's not happening. But I'll leave it outside the panel so you all can look at it. This next one is my second to least favorite thing to deal with as an amputee. A prior poem described the peg-leg paradox, but there is a more ungainly beast. It creeps to me with eyes agog, platitudes primed and garlands out. Oh, how you give me hope. Oh, how you give me courage. What then is my excuse not to strive forwards as you do? Strive forth my foot up your ass, or does that mirage? It is as thin a thing as my tibia, the source of your insipid inspiration. I'm not your prosthetic protractor with which to measure your own quest, nor must you feel bad if you trump me, scowling as you do not hold the door. Must I climb Everest with a grin? Can I not be lazy in my den on my switch? Far from a postcard saintly athlete, my realm is sex and filth. So I beg you, polite people, Let me be evil and weak. No, I cannot run a relay race, and I would much rather spit on senators. That was my second least favorite thing to deal with as an amputee. This is my least favorite. A prosthetic limb costs 14 grand, and that estimate is meek. Sadly, I'm an artist, to whom wealth does not come so easy. I ponder if I was Piotr or Pedro, in a left nation where my legs were rights, scaling mounts without restraint for fear of upsetting premium gods. You have heard woes of my other foes, but my true enemies are named Anthem, Red Cross, and all the other similar slime, they who beg to make me walk. And affront, I'm not without dignity. Wear and tear to them is an excuse and not a fact of life for this peg-legged Pollyanna who deserves to stumble and fall. See now, all the inspiration in the world, topped with witticisms and yarns, cannot protect me from the predator that leaves a carry-on for the claims. Thank heavens I'm a union man. Though I ache along my kin without limb, my journey still remains afoot. And if a foot shall break on it, I am fucked. You can find me on Instagram on the Peg Like Pollyanna, or, not sure I should be saying this, but I don't give a shit, on the Fallout TV show as a legless corpse.
Yes! Peter Carolini on the Fallout TV show. That's crazy. Thank you, that was beautiful. Come back, definitely, please. One more time for Peter Carolini. Fantastic stuff. One more. We're going to go from one Peter to the other, making an open mic return, coming back. Everybody, one of the all-time greats, a fellow Ohio State Buckeye. Come on, let's hear it from Peter Glissman, everybody. Peter Glissman. Woo!
Let's hear it for KGB. Let's hear it for Matt.
Woo!
KGB Monday nights. Also known as the Island of Misfit Jokes. I have a lot of new material right now that doesn't really fit anywhere. It probably doesn't fit here either, but let's find out. You guys know what the first victim of cannibalism said to the second victim of cannibalism? What's eating you, man? Bear with me, I'm suffering from something that until I turned 60 I never realized I ever suffered from before. Have you ever heard of PUB? P-U-B-B? It's also known as post-unexpected blowjob buzz. Woo! I didn't realize our time was like, fuck, that's a good time! This is what happens when you date women whose ex-husbands like fucked them over in the Madoff scandal and it took them like a few years to like start to have sex again. I feel like I'm like holding, like, is it hate fucking if they hate their husband but they still want to get fucked by the same guy? Like, am I doing like a fucking seance hate fuck? Like, what is, damn! Anyway, that's like sex after 60. So, a lot of outstanding musicians here tonight. I gotta tell you, give it up for yourselves. I'm really enjoying it, listening to you guys. I've been here with my guitar. I sucked, so very talented musicians. It's great. I'm a big fan of entertainment, but don't you hate it when people in the entertainment industry do a farewell tour longer than their actual career? But think about it. Elton John, Billy Joel, the Pope. All right, one of them said farewell. I was at a bar. I live on the Upper West Side. I'm at a bar. My neighborhood friend is bartender. He's an actor. He's venting one night. He says, I'm sick and tired of the Star Wars franchise. Crazy fans, lousy costumes, disappointing sequels. I said, wait a minute. That's not the Star Wars franchise. That's the Catholic Church. Have you seen the last sequel of Catholic Church tried? The Two Popes? What's next? The Three Stooges? But think about it. Maybe the Three Stooges would do a better job running the Catholic Church. I mean, could you imagine going to confession? Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Why you Iona? By the power vested in me in the name of the Lord, I now pronounce you man and wife. So it's now March, it's almost spring. I was actually born in July, also known as White History Month. There's 11 of them, have you noticed? Interesting thing next month. Next month is going to be Earth Day. Earth Day. Isn't that like the Black History Month for planets? Think about it. Calendar, 365 days. Earth gets one and we treat it like shit. Anybody see the corollary? Is it me? So yeah, I've had some strange, unexpected, fun things happen in the dating world, but I've had a lot of date fails too. I was on a date a couple of years ago. I was in between girlfriends, kind of like I am now. Sitting across the table from this very attractive woman at dinner, she says, "Well, when I was in prison," and this kind of piqued my interest. Finally, she said, "You know, a gentleman wouldn't press. A lady wouldn't have been in prison." So I was thinking, what am I supposed to do? Like, oh boy, I met this great new woman. She's really pretty. I can't wait to introduce her to my friends, my family, her parole officer. Oh boy, this is going to be great. So I just started this new thing for people over 60 called Hour Time. My first date, the woman showed up. She had no teeth. Then she wanted to go back to my place for a one-night stand. So I just happened to mention, hey, you know, you have no teeth. She said, you have no soul! I said, look at my profile photos. There's no soul in my profile photos. Look at your profile photos. You know what's in your profile photos? Teeth. I can find the soul. There's a guy on the internet. He sells it for 25 bucks. Can you find your fucking teeth? Thank you. I'm Pete Lisbon.
Peter Glissman, everybody. Thank you for coming back. That was hilarious. Thank you for providing that perspective. We need to know what the over 60 dating scene is like. What's going on? The hot details. Come on. Thank you for Peter Glissman. He's an engineer, everybody. He's building New York. All right. Is Ashley ready?
Woo! Ashley.
All right. Can we get Ashley up? One of the best writers alive. Check out the blog. Check out Ashley's blog. And she's got her whole entourage here as well. So.
I have 3 new poems for you today. One of them's called On Sundays. The past slithers to me from a corner booth. My milkshake melted before the pink could reach my lips. The past lost hours of sleep like the fork I left on that red picnic table upstate. All I had was a white convertible to chew corn nuts and smoke chamomile joints. Driving drunk was your specialty, along with kissing foghorns in the dark. I was a sailor Valentine, 1 week too soon. I heard it rained artificial tears in California. A girl complained she couldn't read, her hands too dry for comprehension. I read the diary you left against the moldy clementines, dated back to butterfly clips and my runny nose. I was a translation of a dream. Long summer feelings dissipate eventually. You let all the peonies die on the windowsill. A message underneath the split pea soup reads, Wednesday only. This one's called I'm Still an Odd Duck. I stood still with Santa Lucia wax in my hair. Your voice has more texture with a mouth stuffed with pita. I draped salami around my fingers, or were they carrots? Where are the girls who talk under the moon? Got high at Dolores, there's more hill than park. I held the sun between my pinky and thumb. Caught your shadow in a blue harmonica and gave it away to a boy who sold roses and pina coladas to swans. Last December we drove too far south. Promised we'd never stop counting each grain of sand from here to LA, and every Holiday Inn lit up like a birthday candle.
Yeah.
This one's called 7-Eleven in Your Cat Eyes. I threatened to drive everyone under the geyser at Echo Park in a white swan. Thought we would drown. Sometimes I'm evil like that. Slept on the hazelnut floor next door to Hockney's pool, overshadowed by poplar trees. We were a school of fish, fish in an island miles away, impish, wayfish, superficial, You drove me to get vegan frozen yogurt despite eating steak tartare. I wanted a Slurpee and a cigarette, no more lunchtime Luckies. Summer stretched its arms. We sat on the curb in our tennis skirts. Someone called us groupies. I thought we were the opening act. I know my mom hates LA, but I wish she was here to drive through Big Sur. I think I know exactly what will happen to us in 5 years, but I probably don't. Thank you.
Ashley Escobar, everybody. Check out Wind Up Mice Journal online. Check out her vlogs on YouTube. She just had a new one out the other day. Check it out. If you're not vlogging, get on. Get on YouTube. It is the best social media website. You can do posts, you can do stories, just all the other stuff that all the other websites do, and all of the easy paradise. Don't laugh. You can watch on your TV. All the Easy Paradise open mics are on YouTube. So this open mic is being recorded for artistic purposes tonight. Just FYI. That's a disclaimer. You're in public and you will be on Scenes from Real Life YouTube. So like and subscribe this week. You can watch yourself and share it on social media. Let's get, can we get REG? Is REG ready to bless us? Once again, it's a 5-minute time limit, everybody. We got a lot of great acts coming. See Amanda the bartender, take 2 drink minimum. We will not put you up if you don't buy the drinks. I'm watching everyone.
I'm just gonna keep it short with just a poem. All right. Revolutions happen. I've seen thousands of them. I've guided flocks, sung thousands of them. End of the road, you said. Last call, train conductor, end it or you're dead. Your teeth lit fire, fired fear inside me. I'll do what you ask of me. I'll do all you want. I'll take stock of each death walk made, stock of the cattle slain, neck snap, chicken, squirrel, hare, and mouse. You did say I was always hunting something. I said, I'll die if you ask me to. On the train, a man in dusty boots and a stained do-rag sits perfectly across from me. His hands peel with calluses. They bounce a baby in his lap. I was like that once. I paid Social Security, gave lips and hands, cut checks for utilities, and kissed your forehead, gave you towels still warm from the wash, cooked only what pleased. You fake smiled and pretended not to eat. I was never right. You were always right. No diploma, no certificate, no exam to pass to earn your charms. So I shake, cat shake, ripping flesh, seamless prey, break the neck, dying pink skin to meet, our skin to skin, and so you lie there laughing at me. It was like the time you sent back the burger half eaten, half spat, half burned at the stake. I abided this daily for weeks and years. That is, until you accused me of being a witch. And then I found truth was tucked inside me. Not God, the big white fellow waving down from the sky, but witch God, the earth, the woman who sang power as I dripped blood. She could mow men down on battlefields, bleed them dry. She'd mow you down too. What fool did you think me when I was always goddess, witch, witchcraft, slaking my terror through bottle, breast milk, milk bled to teach ritual sacrifice? You'd hoped I'd sacrifice me. But now I was all quake and terror, dark death slayer, scythe sharpened. I found dark willow inside me, knowing deeply but not biblically, knowing these hands wield death, learn death, teach destruction, hands that brought the calves to slaughter, bare hands you'd wish dead. And you told me once over breakfast, scooped scrambled eggs to your lip, bottomless pit, you said, yield and be sold, all this done so casually. But I'd seen this film before. I'd once even sung the tune. I was the poster, the child. I was gifted dolly flesh. This was nothing new. Now today, grown fathered, I'm death, I'm killer. Speak curses, cut tall men down. Assassinate. I breathe life through Mother Earth and assassinate. And to all men, plots of land like cruel and unreliable, like woman. When it comes to feeling, there was only ocean inside, sky beside me. Our side was first inside me. No man, no father, boy, or husband. It was always water, always wind, never a man. I am the end. I am the product of it all. I am what ends the world. I am what changes the story.
Revolution happens. It's happened 1,000 times before. I am revolution. I am death to the world. Thank you.
R.E.G. That was awesome. Powerful. She is revolution. She is bringing death to the world. R.E.G. everybody! Alright, this next performer is known only as X.
Yeah!
We can get X up.
Hey, what's up? Okay, I thought it'd be fun. This is my book. I wrote a book. It's experimental fiction. I thought it'd be fun to do a blind auction. And so I'm starting the bidding off for 1 cent.
Yeah!
1 cent. And do I have 1 cent? So
Yeah!
Alright, can I get 2 cents? I got 2 cents. Can I get 3 cents? 3 cents. Can I get 4 cents?
$3!
$3? No, it's too high. Can I get 4 cents? I got 4 cents. Can I get 5 cents? Okay, well, I don't know how this is going to end because we could just keep going on because 5 cents, you know, it's like, I don't know. So, I don't know, whoever wants it, you can have it, I guess. 5 cents. Come see me. Okay, now I'm going to read some. I'll close it back up. And you can take it home with you.
I can try it on here, but my phone does.
Wrapped it very well.
That's secure.
Duct tape, man. It's the real duct tape. You know, you can't get the other fake duct tape. You get the duct tape brand duct tape. It's really good stuff. Actually, I think it might be Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess this is a place where you have to tell people when there's like fucked up shit. So if you don't like incest, graphic depictions of sexual abuse, satire, you should get the fuck out of here. What happens? What the fuck is this shit? Alright, here, oh, nope, one more page. McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's is here for McDonald's. Killing chickens. Alright, so I'm gonna run for president. And my campaign platform will be, why don't I fucking advocate for the enslavement of fucking pigeons? Yeah, why the fuck not? I'll tell everyone that we need to round up all the fucking pigeons and put them to work in the fucking power plants. It'll be free labor and free energy. We'll make them fly around all day in a big cage and we'll use that to power the generator. Shut the fuck up, we'll make it work. I bet I'll win too, bitch. I bet I'll win the fucking presidency and then I can fuck my secretaries and fucking snort cocaine off the special mahogany desk they'll give me, and then once I'm fucking real good and high, I'll call on national television and tell everyone that we have a big fucking problem with drugs. Like fucking no good, dirty, rotten boy cocaine. And my secretary will be sucking my fucking cock while I'm on national television. And then I'll tell the nation that we need to crack down on this fucking cocaine problem big time. And then I'll fucking blow my load in that filthy little pencil skirt wearing slut whore's fucking mouth. And I'll hide it from the public by asking the fucking minister of foreign affairs if he thinks we can have the cocaine problem fucking sorted out by the holidays. And the camera will pan over to him. And he'll start answering the question very fucking professionally, even though he knows it's just a dud question. Used to hide my secretary blowjob from the public, and I'll have blown my fucking load in the secretary's filthy gullet. Only she's not my real secretary. She's just the secretary I use for blowjobs and to fuck. We list her in the fucking budget as other, and I'll have her keep sucking my cock, even though I've already fucking blown my load, and it's not even like abusive or anything. Because she like loves to suck my cock. Because we told her in school to fucking love sucking cock. Especially if the cock in question belongs to the president. Oh, and there were thousands of women who auditioned for the part of cocksucker and pussyfucker, secretary to the president. And that's how we advertised it in the papers too. Only no one gave a fuck, because we taught them in schools not to give a fucking fuck. And I made all the fucking girls each suck my fucking cock once to see if they were a good fit. And I actually couldn't decide between a few of the girls, more like a few hundred of them, so we kept them all on. We put them up in this little cocksucker and pussyfucker secretary to the president village. It's a private village, bitch. And very fucking luxurious, yeah. And the girls are on the schedule where they have a few days off, you know, well, more like a few months, because it takes me a while to cycle through them all. But I didn't want them just lying around getting fat, discontent, and that sort of thing. You know, so I hired a bunch of cocksucker and pussyfucker secretary to the president lookalikes. And I had a huge size skyscraper built with a bunch of presidential offices in it. One for each of the lookalikes. They live there too, oh yes they do. And I have the girls all practice their cocksucking and pussyfucking skills on these guys. And we also film it all and upload it to the porno websites. And then we make a boatload of money from the fucking ad revenue. And that's how we fund our most ambitious murder projects, bitch. And the public knows all about this cock-sucking and pussy-fucking secretary to the president look-alike porno military industrial complex. But they don't bat a fucking eyelid as long as their nation keeps on winning the best at murder. And since I keep us murdering everyone better than everyone else, they let me stay in office and keep getting my cock sucked by these fucking sexy-ass, fucking slutty, pretty little girls. The only things that trouble my otherwise fucking blissful existence is that the cock-sucking and pussy-fucking secretaries are getting older. And as they age, they're getting uglier. And two, that I'm fucking getting older too. And that means that probably someday I'll fucking die or something. Damn. I'm gonna stop there. It goes on for quite a few pages. You really get into the nitty-gritty of, you know, the incestual relationship between the president and his pussy-fucking secretaries. So, yeah, if you want this, I'll give it to you for 5 cents. Thank you.
Bidding! The bidding war! Let the bidding war begin!
5 cents.
We hear 5 cents. Sorry, I won't do any auctioneering. It's too base. Alright, I've got zines here. If anybody wants zines, hit me up. I need money, yo. Come on, support the open mic by buying the zines. Alright, the only thing that could possibly follow that extravaganza, let's get Cannonball Statman! I don't believe in the DI works. So it might be.
Hey everybody.
Hello. I'm sorry, it's not how you work. It doesn't really work. The DI doesn't work.
Oh, the DI doesn't work.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'll just play really loud then.
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
From the sunny skies over our old apartment, we drove into the suburbs, drove to avoid the stench of the city. You know how it gets in the summer, but you found yourself in the morgue again, staring into the time machines there. I found myself in the strip mall again, sitting down, sleeping in the parking lot, and we all checked ourselves into the psychiatric hospital again, which welcomed us with open arms. You watched us like ants under a microscope, left your corpse somewhere distant and betrayed, screaming, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah!
You visited me in the psychiatric hospital again with some old friend of yours. Saw by the twitch in her eye that she came from somewhere deep over there in the hidden depths of America. One painful piece from the past. But that day she stood bright and beaming with a sharp light bulb And the other night's nightmare, she decided she was ready for the dreaming of death. Got out of the psychiatric hospital again, was thrown out with open arms, found someone I could be silly about again, an entire universe resting on our chests. All those wild nightmares and the empty, sleepy parties you went dreaming of death.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Cannonball!
Thanks, everybody.
Cannonball! Cannonball, Batman. Yeah. I don't mean to blow up anybody's spot or anything, but Cannonball Statman's grandfather is Kenneth Koch. Kenneth Koch, okay? We have real New York School genetics in the house. Cannonball Statman! Woo! Wonderful. Sounded great, even without the DI. We don't need that. Is Sarah Elisa Veda in the house? She signed up on IG. Sarah Elisa Veda.
Oh, I think she's still on her way.
Okay, she's on her way. Okay. All right, sick. Awesome. I'll make a note. Fantastic. All right, well, can we get, let's get Javier Ruiz up. Everybody, big round of applause. One of our favorites here. I'm excited to hear the new poetry. Thank you for coming out. Hell yes.
What's up, guys, gang? I like this cute little play space in the front. I have a poem, or I guess it's kind of a story. It's called "Do the Gods Also Fumble Bad Bitches?" So yeah, it's kind of long. You have to sign on it. I'm gonna get into it. Yeah. Thanks. It's hard to remember that looking at the moon is never something we do alone. When we look up and wander the stars, wondering if we said the right things, we are never alone. Be it the person you can't see yet, or the life we haven't lived yet. Oh, Mozzie, okay. Know that I see it too. The first time I met the gods, I was a pimply kid. I met them the way all children meet God. My report card had come in, and in my hands were so many F's. You'd think I was coming down with a cold. Fuck me, was all I could think.
I just want to know.
My father was a man who was half volcano and half nuclear warhead. Failure breeds innovation, and my innovating urge was to crack the solution on how to not get my ass kicked when I got home. The weight of this conundrum stretched my singular brain cells so far that something ripped. And to this day, I hate the idea of failure. I couldn't fail. And when you cannot fail, you do what all humans do. I clap my hands together, I close my eyes, and I found them. Across the vast expanse of infinity was a garden. Behind the cosmic veil and past the ocean of stars were the gods,
lying in lush grass baked in the sun they made. Waves crashed onto their shore. Out there, and on this Eden with them, were the baddest bitches you've ever seen. In this land of milk and honeys, the gods lifted me up and promised me safe passage into the river of time. Oxymoronic in the way it stupefied and enlightened. My atheistic brain found that it could somehow and in some way learn to pray, and somehow, in some way, my ass went unwhipped that day. It's important to the gods that I mention. I've been prone to being this intense my entire life. This started all the way then, when the day after I was saved from a magnitude 8 ass kicking, I showed up to school the next day in my dad's smallest suit and my own biggest Bible. The gods looked at me from on high and must have thought, oh, good, he's a fucking idiot. I thought I would be built to last because I was positive I was chosen to be listened to, but no one asks about the nature of daylight and why we sneeze when we stare at it for too long. It's the same thing. A sneeze that's out of our control, a light turned on that forgot to be switched off. The truth is, the gods are not their best at their job. Imperfection plagues the perfect lives we live. I knew this when I saw you in the halls and began planning out our entire life. Before we even met, perfectly ruining any chance for us to speak, but impossibility plagues our reality. When you drew a heart on my skin with your fingers, traced our initials into my DNA and kissed it secure, I can still see the outline. I still see your outline. I felt less chosen when I heard you whisper to your friends. I kissed on the cheek. His skin was so bumpy, why would you do that to me? Imperfect gods imperfectly doing their jobs left me with one question: what's wrong with me? Year after year, I heard their voices grow louder and louder. That question gets louder. They exist in my ears, in my eyes, on my phone. My horoscope guides me to spin the wheel of fortune, to summon the magician. Oh, fortuitous fucking fool, how can you be guided when you're still blinded by the moon, by the setting sun, only a twinkling star in an eye you once knew? Did you expect judgment not to come for you too? Time's oxymoronic river has left me here. At the temple of these gods I once knew, I see clearer now. The gods were only ever as real as me or you, but I ask them still, why? Why do I fumble love and lust and longing? If you see all and are all, why can't I have it all? I threw rocks at a window that belonged to the unknown, and the response came out in harmonious agreement. Why do you sneeze at the sun? Why does one walk when they can run? Love is something even we don't understand, but more than anything, everything is supposed to be grand. We have shown you that we don't want to hold you back. We too love and are unloved. We too have hearts that walk past unsolved. C'est la vie, mon ami. We gave you bad bitches. They may as well have been called KFC. The way you've eaten their pussy. Looking at the city. Finger licking good. You have to see that we will never know what you mean. Why wouldn't you want to fumble the baddest bitch you've ever seen if that's what we do? We know you can do it too. I still wonder if they pray those bitches don't leave. If they miss them the way that I do. If they know a bad bitch makes everything feel good because a bad bitch is only bad for all the ways that she isn't. So if you need me, I'll be home. Remembering last night. Hands moving over you. Learning where the gods put your hips. Feeling the small of your back where my hand belongs. The wind and sun will remind me that I still have eyes to see, that I'm both meant and not meant to sneeze. The flower that breaks through the pavement is the one that defies gravity, that tells the gods to eat a dick. So I will slam against the concrete again and again until I see the light. The gods told me, for every fumbled bad bitch, remember that you never stop existing. So I'll open up like a safe, ready to quit keeping secrets. I will pour me into you so you can always have a part of me. Fumbling means dropping something that never needed a parachute. Because falling isn't floating, fumbling isn't faulty. Maybe I should have always just enjoyed the fall. Maybe I can remember that I get to know what it's like to cherish what I had. The same way water sounds best when it crashes onto the shore. We love it because it tells us it's here. It tells us it's leaving, so we can watch it go. The gods gave me that, which they always wish they could have. And I got to know you. We'll always have the moon. Thanks. Javier Ruiz, everybody. J Boogie with the hoodie. J Boogie with the hoodie. Follow it online. Follow the social media. Are we having a good time? This is where it gets interesting. 2 shows for the price of 1, everybody. We're doing a matinee, we're doing an evening show. We're getting into the interesting part of the hour. We got a lot of exciting acts. We got Edward Pankoff coming up. Can we get Paris Balil? Can Paris Balil come up and do some reading for us? Big round of applause for Paris. Making an open mic debut. What's that?
Yeah. Kelly. Let me know what you think, man.
Okay, I'll put you on there.
Yeah.
I'll put you on there.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Not all like that, but it's very beautiful.
I'm Paris.
There's
I write in my
focus
journal,
there, but-
and one day I wrote a poem. I don't know why I had my notebook with me today, but I do. So, liberation from the mind. Today I'm wearing blue. I ate blueberries. There's so many shades of blue. This isn't a sad blue, it's a free blue. Blue like the sky that the birds fly. They fly so freely, no direction, just instinct. A need for food, water, shelter, and mating. These beautiful creatures give us so much hope. They fly south, then return north for the summer. They don't hibernate, they simply chirp. Sometimes my thoughts are like a flock of birds. The African birds swarm in a funnel shape, swarming trees. Geese fly in an aerodynamical V shape. Pigeons sit on lines, dodging bites. Robins start families and let their young go free. Pelicans dive, ducks fly south with family. My thoughts are different in different conditions. Swarming when I'm overwhelmed, and type B when I'm calm and collected. Sometimes focusing on one thing, diving at it, pushing unwanted thoughts out of my nest, overcoming individual necessity, and allowing my mind, my birds' thoughts, my birds through different breeds, though different breeds, to fly straight
Yeah.
Though different breeds, to fly straight is my constant battle. The wind, poachers, skyscrapers, I'm free but surrounded by predators. I choose to fly above, don't let the wind hold you back. You got this.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Paris Balil, everybody. Making their open mic debut with that wonderful poetry. All right. We are very excited about this next act. Can we get Hoffman up? Hoffman is coming back triumphantly to the Monday KGB Easy Paradise 3rd floor open mic. That's a bass. Okay.
Yeah, it's just not really working.
I'm from Europe mostly because my band's based in the UK, so it's hard to get them into the US. I'm trying to do more in the US. No, we met in New York. We were on a building. Well, now we have bases too. Okay. Try this one. Alright. So we're trying to figure out how to get to the US. Alright. Okay. We're gonna make it work. Okay.
Check?
Yeah.
Someone asked if it's a bass.
Yes.
It is in fact a bass. But I'm just trying to play bass notes. Hope that's right. Let's see. So. All right. That's a few octaves. The big cats interact with each other.
Yeah!
Nobody below can get into the flow. Lions, hyenas, vultures, gazelle. Lions, hyenas, vultures, gazelle. I've been rehearsing on bass. I'm not good at singing with both hands on a piano.
What's up?
The big cats, they eat their kill as the hyenas state their will. They laugh, they pester, they do the best they can until the vultures swarm in to pick the meat from the body and head. From the my gazelle is dead. I was trying to do it on bass, but it's okay. It's alright.
Next time.
I wrote, yeah, next time. Maybe next time. Let's see. I wrote a joke. I think attractive women are the most lied to demographic. Haha, that's so funny. Alright, that's my time. Thank you.
I should make it clear.
Hoffman, everybody. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Allison Haley, one more time. And Hoffman. Come on, let's hear for Hoffman making it work on the piano. That was not planned. We got a new board, so we're playing with some new stuff. We're growing here at the open mic, and we're expanding into some territory. So you can check out the videos online on YouTube. The whole catalog. Can we get Phoebe? Is Phoebe Bradbury ready? Phoebe Bradbury, help me move. She was the best. She helped me move all my stuff out of my apartment. Let's hear for Phoebe Bradbury, everybody. Lower? Sure.
It was a 4th floor walk-up.
Yeah, 4th floor.
And this man has a shit ton of books.
That's right. I have 5,000 books.
Is this higher?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so tonight, this is I have the KGB does an open poetry mic night once a month downstairs.
Yeah.
And this is a piece I'm planning on performing, so this is practice. I thought there would be way less people in here. So thanks for being here, I think. All right. This is called Our Collective Stains. This is an anniversary. This is not meant to be remembered. This is a long night in a short day and the stumbling steps in between. This comes in and out like a drunken body in underwear and a leather jacket. This is describing what happened to a notepad and a starched cap. This is a memory and a haunting, and did you know those two go together more often than not? This is a dark week. This is a dark month. This is a dark day that I found nestled in the shoulder grooves of every fifth person walking down the street. This is the day after. This is the weeks after, and the months after, and the year, and the year, and the year after. This is an anniversary. This is not meant to live again in any time frame. This happened and hasn't yet, and is beginning and has begun far, far, far too long ago to even be worth mentioning. That is what to say when asked what comforts a memory. It is comforting that I will always and will never experience these moments. This is a retelling. It comes from the beyond. The precursor lost itself on top of a green felt pool table and then somehow managed to fall even further still into tequila droplets. So that story is long gone. This is too much and too little and will be continued, will be the continuing, if it can only be spoken about once a year. No talking. This is an anniversary. It is a death date. It should have been the verdict. It may never be again. It is a dark day in a dark week, in a dark month that I have watched every fifth person walking down the street turn to itch and then pull away with the violence of a toddler as the dark hissed and then sunk lower still until just the stain remained where it had once lain.
Woo!
Yeah!
Phoebe Bradbury, everybody. A saint, an absolute saint with karma in the bank. Phoebe Bradbury, thank you for coming out. Let's get Jason King up. Can we get Jason King up to do some stand-up? This guy is hilariously funny, and he's a great musician as well. Great producer.
Hey, give it up for Matt one time, everybody. Hey, and then make the most noise you've ever made in your life.
Yeah! Woo!
That's pretty good. It's pretty loud. For the most noise you've ever made in your life, you guys never watched a scary movie or pregnant? What's going on? I'll start light. Got some stuff to work on. My brother has a pet bird. Yeah, he has a pet bird. And earlier this week he had the audacity to cook eggs in front of the bird. Woo! Definitely no woo. I mean, the bird started freaking out. My mom was like, that's a pro-life bird. The thing is, like, even if someone just got an abortion, I don't think they'd want you to eat a fetus in front of them. Yeah. Yeah, what are these sounds? Here's an interesting idea. I feel like if I were a lazy eye, I'd be very offended by that descriptor. Like, maybe I'm trying my best. Maybe I'm doing all I can with the resources I have. Perhaps if I had some support, I could be a productive eye. I know that's a very tame joke, but sometimes I have more aggressive jokes than me. I say the N-word in some jokes, and it upsets white people a lot. Like, I recently did a show, I said the N-word, and this white lady was like, "That word makes me uncomfortable." And I was like, "Oh my God." Me too. Who knew this word would affect us both so equally? I do get it though, I get it. Like black people have found a way to casually remind white people of an atrocity in every conversation. Right? Like at some point, they set us free. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna set you free. Let's forget about this." And black people are like, "Yes, of course. We'll forget all about it, won't we, my nigga?" Like if two kids were hanging around their priest and they're like, "What is up, my molestee? How are you?" I don't know if you guys know this. Black people actually only say the N-word around white people. Yeah, around each other we just say "my gentleman." See, another innocent black person was shot by the cops yesterday. Yeah. I didn't read about this in the news, I'm just assuming. It's just statistically inevitable. All the videos can't go viral. It has to be 4K to make it into the algorithm. You know one thing I hate about Hollywood? I feel like Hollywood, a lot of times, will cast minorities in the name of representation, and then misrepresent those minorities by making them play out stereotypes. Ever notice that? Like they recently cast an Indian Spider-Man for the next Spider-Verse movie. Then they gave that nigga no shoes. They have shoes in Mumbai. That'd be like if they came up to black people, they're like, "We'll give you a black Little Mermaid, but she has to sell crack to buy her feet." She's also not looking for Prince Charming, she's just looking for a baby daddy. For her two kids, Day Shark and Jarif. Yeah, I don't want it. I mean, I'm half Caribbean. I would hate if they came out with the Jamaican, Spider-Man. I'd be mad, swinging through the city with a blunt and dreadlocks. They call him Spider-Man, man. I don't think you guys are ready for the LGBTQ Spider-Man. I'm gonna call him Spider-Them. Yeah, I realize I'm going to get canceled at some point. I realize, and the reason I realize it is because I get into a lot of PC standoffs. You guys know what that is? So when you do a comedy show and then you say the wrong thing and the lady with purple hair starts recording you. Right? And so then you also draw your weapon. Sometimes you keep it real gangster, hit her with the landscape. She's trying to get you canceled, you're trying to get her turned into a remix. It's like, you cannot say that, joke. A lot of celebrities are getting canceled. I think celebrities are getting even more than canceled right now. A lot of celebrities are going to jail, which is good. It's good. I think the only people happier than their victims are the prisoners who are already in jail. I imagine the talent shows are probably popping off. Could you imagine being in jail and all of a sudden you get to watch Bill Cosby do a 45 for free? Followed by a live rendition of Ignition Remix? The week before you had to hear a poem from a dude who can't read? Roses be red and shit. This one definitely went like that. he's followed by 18 rappers. They're all like, I really did that shit. We know you're in the jail. Of course, these celebrities can go, anywhere for jail. So I imagine that prisoners probably watch sentencings like they're watching the NBA draft. They're like, Bill Cosby's gonna spend 30 years in Rikers. That's us. I got my time. Give it up here.
What the fuck you doing in my house? Hilarious. Is that your like A material?
No.
That was good. Jason King, everybody. Funny, topical, that's what we like. Can we get Mazi? Is Mazi? M-A-Z-I. Mazi. Alright, let's get Mazi a big round of applause for Mazi.
What's up? I have a poem I wrote like last week. And then I'm gonna play some keys.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no. Oh no, excuse me. Oh no, you gaslit the junkie. Hungry for shelter, you begged until he melted. You followed numbers until he rolled in the dirt of the sacred tree. Now he sees the devil in threes and bleeds the seeds of reality. Trembling the birds sang as the earth's quaking began, two flaps of the fallen angel's wings. She vomited the birth of the universe, spilling blood of the effervescent worlds, both of their hearts stuck in a comatose, due to the entropy of the old soul. What was left was the casket of the ghoul, you dumb fuck fool. Have you not learned from cyclical circles past? You swim in the wake of divergence, ye pathfind the way of the king. Kneel before the ever-present moment, but care for your clairvoyance of future. Decrepit, sully moron, save your energy for someone who cares. Don't wage war with the general of the sky, because it'll crush you and lather in the ashes of your Pompeii. They have not witnessed the crux of love, because if they felt the depth of your core, their chalice would be filled with the purest desires. So rain in the dark matter to destroy the defiled, transmute the energy to bring joy to the bum on Mercer and Spring.
you for providing that beautiful piano ambiance. Okay, let's get Mo David. Can we get Mo David up? One of our favorites here. One of the best of the best of the best. Mo David, everybody.
Longest walk of my life. Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Mo. I put this little bit of writing together called Mo David's Blues.
Yeah.
Check it out. Hold on, I have it marked. So usually I read poems, but I also do these essays. So I wanted to read an excerpt from an essay.
Woo!
And I mean, I don't really mean that, obviously. It's just writing. Excerpt from an essay is not really how I talk. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's called Coming of Age. It's sort of about getting old in advance, so I'm prepared for anything. I've always loved getting older because of how you can do more things and know more stuff. And I have already made a promise to both myself and the angels of fungus who munch on the dead that I will never stop loving it. If you're sad that the flowers on my dining table are dying, we probably won't get along. I made my peace with decay and my oath to love whoever I become. When my hairline recedes, I'll send it off with a poem. I'll show my skull to the sky like I'm introducing two new friends at a dinner party. I'll ride proudly into my future on the soft back of a glow-in-the-dark tiger. I'll glisten like a rock that's very rare. Right now, I'm a green grape on the vine surrounded by friends. Passers-by are often excited to see me. But I don't want to be mashed up and made into wine just so that I age in a way you find pleasing. Leave me on the branch. Let the sun zap wrinkles into my once tight skin. Let me be a raisin. Lay me to rest in a bed of peanut butter on a celery stick log and sink me in the river. Remember me at my most ancient, when I was all the way filled up with life. The scariest part of getting old is how it can sometimes make you so upset. When does it start to rust? Is there a way to keep it all from shutting down? I will wear my oldness like a crown. I'll love myself so much, you'll have no choice but to give that same love to me too. And then give it to yourself, because you can see how it's made me lively and excited, which is what we're really talking about when we talk about being young. We mean there's a time in your life when optimism is easy, but it's not right to abandon good things when they become hard to maintain. Thank you so much.
Yes! Mo David! The great Mo David, everybody. Get Mo David's Blues. Do we have, is Amara O'Neill still here? Probably not, they probably left a long time ago. Alright, let's get Marcello. One of our favorites, this guy, elegance defined, Marcello Vincenzo. Yes.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone.
Woo!
I feel like every time I come on stage it just gets more exhilarating. So, here we go. I have two poems. They're sister poems for you. And the first one is called An American Elegy. I am going back. Back to the world I knew after the womb. Back to the faces I saw were doomed. I will go back to the moment that I could pull Whitman's beard into a wood chipper, shoot out Emerson's jaw at his own desk, greet Thoreau at his door with a nail gun, so that I may invent romance myself because I know it best. I am going back to keep Dickinson locked inside her room without a pen, but I will leave her paper. I'd plaster over the doorframe and seal her in, board her up in the sublime of her itching mind, and she'd yell only as part of the walls. Back to the woods I'd go, to live in a chalet and have as much money as I do now, so that I might be rich and profound simultaneously. I'm going back to push Poe off the cliff of his own soul that he sold to be a ghost. It would be no bother, really. He'd do the dirty work for me. I didn't even have to hand him the bottle. I am going back to disrupt. I am going back to invent. But I am not going back to escape. I will go back to jump into a bayou in the sun and dance on the grass under a blood moon, to fear and fascinate myself with witches and the black man with the black book in the woods. I go back to Perkins Gilman, and I am kind to her because she was not to herself. But I do not object when she asks me to fetch the floor polish. Her floors have never been polished. She asks me for it still. But I will not go back to Larson, or Hurston, or Hughes. They have done nothing wrong. I'm going back to when free agency meant being a wild man among meadows and ghost towns were metaphysical like stars on a flag. And I will go back to myself. Because when I go back, it will not be me. I will go back. I will go back. I will go back. But I can't. But I'm going to. Thanks.
Woo!
And the second one I actually wrote before that last one, but it coincides. It's called Pejoratives. What the fuck do you mean rocks have energy? I've been talking to one all day and it seems to be sleeping. You should check the facts. Or go to HELL hockey sticks. To be asleep in a viper's nest, surrounded by certain demise, protected by my doom would be graceful at least. In here with your voice, it is a fate the dogs don't deserve. Sometimes I wish to throw up on your face. Yeah. Trouble is the word in which I have branded onto my tongue. It is not strong enough still to challenge the heat of a roar. How I wish to tear my tonsils. Is that allowed? If not, I've never screamed in my life. And these are grunts that I wish would sound like an agony of my own, but since I do not scream, I wither away. The only taxes I know are the simplicities of my exhaustion. My bones and breasts ache with a calcium that is strengthened by unallowed rage. And still I feel like a bird, so hollowed out within the bones that I could yawn and lift off the ground because of it. Take me, fatal wind, to a place of silence. Here there is nothing to be said, and yet everyone is speaking. I am starved. I think I could eat an entire collection of novels, if it meant I could break away from uninformed regurgitations and wanton wontons, filled inside by a genius and eaten by an idiot. How can you justify yourself? How can you justify writing fan fiction? Art is supposed to be offensive, and yet people get offended by it. So what gives? Because you can't have it any which way. Outside, there is a red light in a tower of a church window, just across the street. I imagine dancing there. I can't dance, but I can scream. So instead, I pinch my eyes tight with fingernails that are the wrong color. I paid far too much for this manicure. I should have tipped her less. But when money means nothing, money means nothing. Thank you.
Ooh. Fantastic!
Marcello Vincenzo. Very good. Thank you for sharing that. Excellent writing. All right, are we ready? I don't know if we're ready, but we're heading toward midnight. Just back from Florida. Just back from test driving Tesla 3s. Making their open mic return. They were up last week. Can we get a big round of applause for one of our favorites, the insufferable Edward Pankoff, everybody. He's going to do some poetry for us.
The stand isn't necessarily necessary. Yes. Funny enough, I wasn't able to actually swim the beach. There's something that happens there in the west coast of Florida. It's called red tide. This really toxic algae. Look it up. It's really unpleasant.
I live like okay. My schedule is very last.
Yeah, you know, enjoy riding Tesla 3, smoking weed. 2 bones. 2 stones. This time. And a song.
Yeah, of course,
Damn that light. Oh, I'm about to look at you guys. Okay, we just shut it off.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow, gotta readjust there. The dream, the dream, the dream. Oh, how the nectar slips by you as the memory of this emanation fades. Truly, softly, what is your destiny? An analogy of, will you forget the waking world and kind as you subsume into the void and flowers become anvils and the sky turns silvery violet and the real is thrown into question once more as you breathe into that ocean and the air won't soothe or serve. You will never learn. Woo! It was on a balmy afternoon on which the zephyrs were particularly lazy. I woke up by the chest higher players by the steps of the hazy square. Birds chirping in bushes amongst themselves, they flirt incessantly. The intermittent chatter, not unlike the pit-pattering of footsteps. Aimless I've become, I've got nothing but a backpack. But yet I've got nothing on my mind, so I'm king. And I'm thinking, nothing's the order of the day, I do so decree. Out come the cards, out come the crystals and the incense. I spend a day intensely staring to what lies underneath the coven. This song, it's my first time actually singing in Russian, you know, over here. It's called Nazaria, which means at dawn. Yeah, let's do it.
Want it?
Your mama's a Republican. She invites you to tea time. 15 minutes after you sit, she hands you a gun. She tells you that her neighbor, that smug bastard with the coexist sticker above the license plate of his Tesla, he went and did it and told everyone at the Canasta Club that sweet old mama is a Republican. She's been outed. And she will disown you if you don't do the right thing. What do you do?
insufferable as Panko. All right, one more time for Edward Pankoff, everybody. Making their open mic return. All right, Peter Suckman, is that your name?
Close enough.